Hello everyone, this is Tormuse, and today I'm picking up where I left off in Disco Elysium. Yeah, end of the last stream, I was kind of in a state of, wasn't sure what to do next. I mean, according to, going by what the objectives said, like, it wanted me to confront the militant dockworker union, about the fact that I know they're involved in the drug trade, except that, is that really? Yeah, see, like, confront Hardy Boys with the drug trade. President the lynching is also involved with the drug trade through the harbor, which links them to Hardy's Boys. See what Titus has to say about it. It's one of my objectives. It just seems like a really bad idea. I mean, they're all armed, and they outnumber us. It's like, and they're like, I mean, they just straight up said, yeah, we murdered the guy. What are you going to do about it? Like, you going to arrest us? Like, just, uh, it's just, they're just asking for it. They're trying to start a confrontation. It feels like a bad situation about to erupt if I try to, antagonize them further without some hard evidence. And really, like I said before, like the evidence we have with the drug trade so far is just really tenuous. Maybe I'm supposed to confront them anyway. Maybe it provides a new lead. Maybe it's some in-game event flag thing that I'm supposed to click on. Yeah, I don't know. So I'll probably come back to that. Right now, I think I want to tie up some other loose ends, like this special borscht thing, that weird post-it note that Leo wrote. Like, what was all about that about? What's so special with the borscht the strikers are eating? The cook in the whirling in rags is making it. You can find him in the kitchen. Look into it. So yeah, I think I might check into that first. Also, someone, well, I guess I can say the name because it's on the video. Diablo Graves commented on my last video that to remind me that on this screen here, it has a list of all the roles that I've had so far, and where I can go to like re-roll them and stuff, and maybe there's something. Maybe there's something here that I can go back and re-roll, or something to level up or stuff. Okay, how am I supposed to read this? Okay, these are white checks. Those on white are available to try now. Okay, so, okay. Versus right electrochemistry challenge. So I can. That's the one about the drugs, right? That he's on, right? Actually, that might be worth going back to if we're investigating drugs. If we find maybe he's getting drugs from the dock workers. So that could be an interesting lead to follow up on. The broken window. I remember that's right from the beginning of the game. Sure, I can check that out. Tommy the Now the dark ones. Does that mean I pass them in the past? Kim Kisaragi, Logic Formidable? Which one's that? Policeman Cloak? Yeah, we got to take care of that. Man from Heimdall series. Pain Threshold? Mirror? Rene Arnaud. Oh, that guy, right. Composure, I guess that's for playing the game. But, hey, I'm trying to just drag this down here. Really? I'm trying to look at. Okay, I don't know. It wants to. I'm rolling. I'm going to roll the mouse wheel. It wants to bounce back up. What weird interface choice. Okay. Anyway, Ceiling. Titus Hardy Authority Godly. Yeah. The map wall. Map wall. Oh, is that the one in the bookstore? Okay. Well, okay. Anyway, what? What is with it? It doesn't want to be dragged up or down. Like, can I use the arrow keys? No. It doesn't want to be dragged. Rolling the mouse wheel makes it start to go up, and then it just bounces back down again. What an obnoxious interface. Why? Why is it designed like this? That's strange. Okay, anyway. So yeah, okay, start with Roy. Actually, no, I think I'm closer to the checking out the broken window. Let's check out the broken window just for the hell of it. Why not? I'm here. It's here. Please work stuff. Take breaks. Talk to strangers. Explore. Sure. Hmm. Okay, do I have anything that boosts visual calculus? Electrochemistry, reactivity, rhetoric. Um, I mean, the skill is called visual calculus, right? Where's visual? There it is. I have the option of leveling it up if I want. Logic authority, I think. Yeah, okay, so these glasses boost my visual calculus ability. Other than that, um, everything's whatever. Okay, let's just take a peek at this.
The window stands broken in its frame. Cold wind blows in.
+1 has been here a while. Okay, 92% chance this time.
The shards face outward. Whatever broke this window came from the inside.
Yeah. Did I break it with my own hands? Look at them.
A fine web of scarring covers the back of your right hand, but none of it is recent.
None of it is recent. Okay. Does that mean he beat somebody up? Well, I mean, we know he beat somebody up. Well, he hit them with the ledger of hatred, or whatever it's called. Who knows? Maybe he might have punched a wall in frustration, for all I know. Anyway, what did this then?
More likely a projectile than a held object. There are no fragments on the floor from pulling a tool back in after impact.
Interesting. Wait, what am I doing? Assess the size of the impact. Let's go with wait, what am I doing?
Something you've done before.
Yeah. Assess the size of the impact.
It is too large for a bullet, yet too small for a piece of furniture. You're looking for something heavy and larger than your fist.
Okay. But if I threw it through the window, then surely it landed outside somewhere. I mean, and if it happened at least at least a day ago, maybe a couple days ago, like someone may have picked it up by now already.
The shoe you found on the balcony fits the hole almost as well as your foot. It would have also been heavy enough if thrown with force.
That explains why his shoe was on the balcony. Okay, I wondered about that. He threw his shoe through the window? Okay.
Congratulations. You smashed the window with your own shoe.
Maybe it wasn't me. I'm sure I had a good reason for it. Maybe I was trying to hit someone. Or what a stupid thing to do. What a stupid thing to do. No, that might be a morale hit. I'm gonna try it anyway.
Pretty much. But hey, at least you found your shoe. Not that it will keep you warm at night.
I have a thought. It's white. What's that mean? Oh, okay. Thought complete. The white warning. Yeah, so what's this about? This is the, this thought popped up after the whole ledger of hatred thingy came into play. And the little guy gets smaller and smaller as you rise above the dollhouse world. You see him out in the snow, on the streets, in the shop on the corner, and finally in a matchbox house. Sitting by the window, white flowers on the windowsill. You can smell them from up here. It's awful. A white morning, a modern death, divorce, or something similar. All you can do is put more distance between you and him. Make him smaller. Make him less you. Yeah. Divorce or something similar. I mean, I got the impression that there was some kind of Yeah, experienced some kind of breakup in the past, perhaps the recent past, probably the recent past. There's all that talk about betrayal and all that. Anyway, bonuses. Plus 20% zoom out distance. All Motorix learning caps raised by 1. Huh, okay. Motorix learning caps. Which ones are Motorix again? Okay, so hand-eye coordination, perception, reaction speed, savoir-faire. Might have been helpful for the jump off the roof thing, although probably would have failed the roll anyway. Interfacing and composure. Cool. Okay, so all those caps lifted. So I've got 3 skill points. Shall I open up another thought? Like some kind of superstar or 15th Indo tribe? Like I've got 3 to spare. I mean, it wouldn't hurt. Which one should I? Which one should I investigate? Some kind of superstar or 15th Indo tribe? I mean, this is like this is when he got the idea in his head that he's some kind of superstar cop. Like presumably this gives some kind of morale boost, or maybe it gives some kind of ability boost or something. -2 logic. um, my understanding is that during the research time, logic gets reduced, but when it finishes researching, then I get some kind of bonus. Um, this takes what 5 hours 55 minutes to research. This one takes only an hour. I mean, it's only an hour. I'm gonna try. Oh, hey, Diablo Grace here. Welcome to the stream. Hey, made for once. Yeah. I decided to take your advice from your comment on the YouTube video, and I looked up what things I could re-roll. um, right now, I'm deciding what thought because I just got the White Morning thing. All motor learning caps rate by 1. What do these things do again? Learning cap for volition and logic raised. All endurance by checks unlocked. Learning cap for endurance raised. Learning cap for perception raised. Speed gives 1 psi. What is 1 psi? What does that mean? Psi? Psyche? Okay. Anyway, yeah. I mean, yeah, it was either you or somebody made the comment that you don't know what bonuses these give until you research them. So, what the hey? Let's. I don't know if it makes any difference what order, like the actual physical slots are unlocked in. I noticed that the little lightning bolts go between them. Does that mean like I can't have them all active at once? Like I have to choose which ones are active? Basically, does this sound interesting, or does this sound like something my version of Harry would put effort into thinking about? Well, I mean, we're talking about my version of Harry. I mean, this whole some kind of superstar thing it feels a little silly to me. But on the other hand, maybe it'll be a morale boost or something. um, but yeah, like what's up with this? Oh, hey, I can go straight up to it, or I get like had it somehow. I had it, yeah, go whoop 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 through 3 of them. Like seriously, does that mean? Hold on. Okay, so learn cap for perception raised to 5. So perception. Where's perception in this? I also don't know if the lightning bolts do anything. Yeah, that's why I'm just checking that out right now. Okay, yeah. So like perception. Right now it's got 6 little diamonds there. Now because this is pointing to perception cap raised. Now if I click over here and then go back again, perception still has 6 diamonds. So okay, so I don't think the lightning bolts actually mean anything. Like I don't think it means like if the lightning bolt isn't pointing to it that I'm no longer have access to it or something like that. Like this is learn cap for volition and logic raised. Like logic has 6, volition has 5, and then I click here. Logic has 6, volition has 5. Okay, so yeah, I don't think those lightning bolts actually mean anything. They aren't changing anything. So okay, so I don't think it matters which of these I unlock then, if I'm interpreting that right. I think it's just a visual effect. Yeah, it's a very misleading visual effect. Oh well. Anyway, let's unlock this. Let's go with some kind of superstar. Why the heck not? It only takes an hour to research. See how that goes. In the meantime, and okay, I'm wondering, like, why the heck did we go in there? I just walked in there, looked out the window, and said, huh, I guess I threw my shoe through it, and then left again. Should take a look at this again. Okay, so I'm going to go back to Bird's Nest Roy. I'm wondering if there's anything else. Knick-knack stand? Placing cloak, doll, mirror, René Arne, box of sunglasses, mirror. Why is this interface like this? Okay, I was trying to roll the mouse wheel down. It goes a tiny bit and then it bounces back up. Yeah. Anyway, box of sunglasses, mirror, mirror. Why is the mirror in here so many times? Oh, I guess there's one for when he's trying to look in it, and there's another one for trying to fix the plumbing. Like I don't think that really matters. Oh yeah, and there's I guess there's also a rule for try to stop the expression from happening. Hanged Man Perception Legendary. That one's probably past now. Abandoned Lorry. Backyard wall. Cafeteria window. Oh yeah. Snare and butter? Yeah, 2 different checks, yeah. Map wall, it's in the bookstore. Okay, anyway. Back to the pawn shop we go. Although I could try the René Arne thing, just for the heck of it, where's the, yeah, see, like, I try to drag this up here so I can, and then it brings itself back down. Like, why? Maybe I'm dragging it up because I want to drag it up. Anyway, Composure Legendary. I think I was related to playing. I'll give it a whirl while I'm here.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man's soul, if he's got principles.
Composure 5, low 28%. What is it about this old soldier that makes him so proud? Where's composure? Do I have something hindering my composure? Learn skill, bonus from items. Okay, I actually have... Hold on. Take off the visual calculus glasses. Conceptualization, electrochemistry, physical instruments, suggestion, logic, interfacing. Okay, oh, the shoes are boosting my composure. Yeah, okay. It's 28%. I'll give it a shot.
The purity of snow always reminds me of the purity of a man.
Still,
6.
all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
Yeah, that's weird. What, the fact that it was so low? Or the interface, right? Or the
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish.
Renee, I found your guard booth? We did? Skill check scrolling thing, yeah. What's this about a guard booth? I'm racking my brains trying to remember. I don't remember anything coming up about a guard booth. I'll say it because it's an option, I guess.
Yes, the Debardeurs Union pays me to stand vigil during the nights.
Huh.
Not out of any political allegiance, mind you.
Okay.
I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
He adds with a slight sigh. You must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard. Oh, okay. Oh, that... Okay, Renee, I know. Okay, it just clicked. Okay, yeah, that booth. The one in the harbor. Okay. Huh. Yep, that booth. Yeah. Okay, I remember now. Yeah. I remember seeing the name René Arnaud there and going like, have I heard that name before? Uh, anyway, okay. Must have seen something on the night of the murder. Your booth looks right into the yard.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, I wasn't working that night. Been on a 2-week leave since last Monday.
And why are you on the leave?
It's a private matter. Nothing to do with your investigation.
He says with dignity.
You see, officer, René is the kind of man would rather die than admit he needs medical assistance or, God forbid, sick it. A real man's man is just gonna ride it out.
Yeah. Yeah, I've met people like that. Yeah. It's tempting to chalk it up to toxic masculinity, not willing to accept or admit weakness. Although I've seen women who are like that too. Some people just generally, I don't know, a matter of pride or whatever. They just don't want to admit when they're troubled. Anyway.
I'm fine, goddammit. Mind your own business. It's nothing. Just got to cut back on coffee.
Yeah, the outburst makes him clutch his chest. So who was working your shift that night?
No one. The boss has been unmanned since last Monday. There's no other guard. It's just me.
You look suddenly very old and tired.
No one has been guarding the container yard since last Monday.
Yes. It's not actually an issue. I mean...
He nods before hesitantly continuing.
Look, officers, the container yard doesn't actually need a guardsman. Never had one before René. Monsieur Claire had that booth built specially for him. It's mostly decorative.
Mostly decorative, or so it doesn't matter if you're there or not. Mostly decorative. I mean, saying this one might injure his pride a bit, but let's go with that. Maybe it'll prompt him to say something more.
The possibility of someone being in there is enough to discourage any ill-minded individuals.
He tries to argue. He clicked it.
Evrard created this job for René because he knows the Royal Carabiniers pension of honor and PTSD isn't something a man can live off. A decorated Kingsman collecting tear reflects bad on the whole neighborhood. His words.
Everett gets it. Big guys looking after the small and everyone working together. I love it. Such dependency only weakens a man further. Do or die. There is no middle ground. It's an altered Star Wars quote. Try not. Do or do not. There is no try. Anyway, Renee is but one man. We need a program, get all the elderly back in the job market, keep folks motivated. Renee should rent out his services, invest the profit, get a few more guys, expand and repeat. Wage work is a dead end. Or there's absolutely nothing wrong with tear collecting. It's my side thing too. Proudly hold out the tear bag. Haha. I still have it in hand. This is another one of those, the game is going to judge me for what choice I make, isn't it? Things. I'm tempted to go with the tear bag one. When working together, it's like for the left wing or right wing options. Back in the job, that's it's kind of. I don't. These feel like variations on left wing and right wing sentiments. Still gonna go with the tear bag one.
Oh, I didn't mean to imply there's something wrong with that. I do it too. Everyone does it. It's an excellent side thing.
Why is there so much trash on the ground?
Yes. Can we conclude the topic of my guard boost now?
He is not going to become an entrepreneur.
Okay, got it, thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Okay, so I got a +1 because I know Renee's job situation, so I get another shot at rolling the composure. What is it about this old soldier that makes him stand so proud?
Still, all you see is an old soldier refusing to replace his uniform with a civilian attire.
They rolled a 4. That's we continue to roll low rolls in this thing.
Anything else I can assist you with, officer? We still have a game to finish.
I mean, I could level. I've got the 2 skill points available to me, but this doesn't seem likely to yield anything useful at the moment. I might come back to it. We'll see. Okay, zoom out. Even with my 20% extra zoom out, this is all I got? Okay. Yeah, what's the point of the extra zoom out if you got this blackness on the edge of the screen here? Oh well. Anyway, let's go talk to Roy.
Hello again. How can I help you?
Yeah, because he might have information about drugs. Yeah, +2 because Roy's price restraint. +1 Roy doesn't really sleep. Okay, 83% chance. Let's go.
Feeling warm and enthralled by the movement of light, while the mind continues to race forward. Lucky bastard. He's probably on Pyrrolidon. It's tough to come by on the street.
He only rolled a 6. I probably should have put on the electrochemistry gloves. Oh well. It's as long as I got it, I guess. Pyrrolidon. What is that?
A drug developed by the military to treat and prevent radiation sickness. It has psychedelic side effects, and it makes your eyes turn yellow.
Makes your eyes turn yellow. Okay. Is that like liver failure then? Getting some jaundice? Yeah, maybe that's why he's wearing the glasses. Is it just me, or is it really warm in here? Or step closer, sir, could you take off your sunglasses? I'd like to check your eyes. Get straight to the point. So where does a man get Pyrrolidon these days? I mean, this is beating around the bush. This one's a little more direct. This one's much more direct. Let's go with the slightly less direct one. Let's go with the middle option here.
Why on earth? There's a prescription. I can't really see without them.
He staggers away from the glass but quickly recomposes himself. It's pretty obvious that you're under the influence, sir. No judgment, just curious. I probably did loads of Pyrrolidon before I lost my memory. Chill out, man. I'm a chill out cop who just wants some of what you're having. Wink. I didn't mean to offend you. Drop the subject. You don't want drugs. Well, I'm not. I can go with the no judgment option. Because he's seeing he's getting a bit defensive here. So let's go with no judgment.
I've had to take it. You know, since the People's Pile cleanup. I was with the Emergency Relief Brigade.
He responds carefully. Emergency Relief Brigade. People's Pile cleanup? People's Pile cleanup? What's that about?
He's taken it for mental and emotional, not physical pain these days.
So yeah, he's basically taking it to deal with the stress of what he went through there. Anyway, People's Pile, what's that? Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're part of. Must have been tough, radioactive cleanup. How did you end up running a pawn shop? Thank you for telling me. Let's go with People's Pile. What's that?
A bad idea. Some poor leftist built a particle decay generator in hopes of bringing affordable electricity to underserved communities. It malfunctioned. Radioactive waste everywhere. Probably some of it in you too.
Yikes. Particle decay generator? Okay. So yeah, so he needed treatment for the radiation. And then he got hooked on it, I guess. Okay. Tell me more about this emergency relief brigade you're a part of.
We were an all-volunteer force. Self-organized. Tried to help the fire brigades contain the spill.
He points at the white triangle on his orange safety jacket. On the patch, gamma radiation lines crossed with a red drop of blood.
Huh. Neat.
I lived by the river since I was a small boy. The Esperance didn't have the art to let it all go to shit without trying to do something to help out. There wasn't much the volunteer force could do, however. We wasted years in the river mud. Years getting sick.
Yeah. He looks at the spiraling light and stops. Oof. Yeah, it must have been tough. Radioactive cleanup.
There's a reason why everyone's tried to forget any of it ever happened. And why no one has tried to repair or replace the pile. So much disappointment. And early deaths. Cancer mostly. And we knew all that was coming even as we were cleaning up as best we could.
Whose fault was it that the generator failed?
No one's. Everyone's.
He sighs and shakes his head.
So much bitterness.
Yeah. No kidding.
A bunch of poor people built themselves a primitive nuclear reactor, hoping for the best. What do you think is going to happen?
How'd you end up running a pawn shop?
The cleanup happened 15 years ago. I was young then. Later, my second aunt died. Left me this shack and all the assorted junk in it. So I came to Martinez. People told me don't go there. It's a shithole. I said, people, we just had a nuclear pile meltdown. I'm gonna get as far away from Forburg as I can. Still in the same city, but...
I mean, yeah, you're sitting in the middle of radioactive fallout. Probably anywhere is better. Even if it's Martinez. Okay, thank you for telling me.
I like the theory more than the story. Outward movement, not vortices.
Yeah, you gotta get in on those vortices, my man.
Care to share your Pyrrolidon with me? Gosh darn it. I was hoping that that dialogue would lead in the direction of, like, and where are you getting it from? And therefore, hey, maybe we can get more information about the drug trade here. But this question might lead in that direction, so I'm gonna give it a shot.
You said you done it before, yeah?
The lieutenant steps away, pretending to admire some of the knickknacks on display. Looks like he doesn't want to get involved.
Kim's like, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't hear that.
Go ahead then, he thinks. As long as you can walk straight, I don't care.
Tried once, and I liked it. I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it. I ride the Pero every day. This isn't the direction I was hoping the dialogue was going to go in. I mean, he might actually still be getting it legitimately given his past. Well, that's true. That's a fair point. I haven't, but don't worry, I can take it.
If you say so. Here you go, man.
He presents a large cap-shaped object on the palm of his hand, very odd-looking.
Yes, darling. That's the coalition government ordained Parolidon. Straight into your gut. Not so sure about this.
Wait, why wouldn't I be sure? Thanks, man, take the Parolidon. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need any Parolidon. Refuse to take the Parolidon for now. Wait, why wouldn't I be sure?
Because it's an anti-radiation drug, and you're a cop. Not a post-apocalyptic scavenger.
I mean, it's free stuff. Adventure game logic. I should take it, right? Or is this another one of those things that Kim's gonna judge me for? Hey, first time chatter, welcome to the stream. Hello, I'm here for watch the gameplay. It's 3 a.m. in my country, so I can go to sleep at any moment. Sorry, haha. That's cool. That's cool. Hey, if you need to go to sleep, by all means do so. But thanks for stopping by. It's my first time playing this game. I'm still figuring things out here. Which is more powerful, your adventure game logic or your moral concerns? That's the question, isn't it? It's like, how strong is my desire to not disappoint Kim? I'm also kind of curious to know just what the Pyrrolidon does, so I'm going for it.
Of course.
He looks down. I gained experience for it. Hey. Okay, the rest of it is just stuff I've said before. Yeah, so what's Pyrrolidon? What's this? +1 psyche, -1 health. Oh. Well, I don't like the -1 health, but it boosts psyche. So it's. What's that noise? That was a weird noise. Yeah, so basically it boosts all these things. Volition, Inland Empire, Empathy, Authority, Esprit de Corps, and Suggestion. All kinds of experiences in the world, yeah. Okay, well. So, okay. That didn't lead in the direction I thought it was going to go. Whatever. You know what? Since I'm in the what the hey? Why did I? Ooh, what's this? Got a new thought.
Son, you've really let yourself go. It's a disgrace. But Coach Physical Instrument is going to get you back in prime condition, even if it takes 1,000,000 push-ups.
Coach Physical Instrument? Does that mean you'll call me a magnet of Nancy boy to motivate me? Or, yes sir, forge me into organic steel coach? Or, I'm really not interested, discard thought. Coach Physical Instrument, does that mean you'll call me magnet of Nancy boy?
Does a master swordsman insult his own blade? No. I'm going to turn you into an athletic benchmark, you big pussy.
Okay. Yes sir, forge me into organic steel coach, I guess?
It's going to take blood, sweat, piss, and tears. But when I'm done with you, boy, you will be a master athlete.
Wait, why piss?
When a man sets his mind and body on something and gives his 110%, he is sometimes going to piss himself. It just happens. No shame in that.
Okay. Sure, let's do this, coach, I guess. I don't. Where did this even come from?
Behold, world. Here walks a sportsman, hands choked and hair kept back with a bandana. The Homo athleticus.
So it's a new thought then? Coach physical instrument? Okay. So I get -2 encyclopedia for a while, but for only 40 minutes. Not that long. Okay. Well, I'll consider that later. Yeah, so Renee, another thing. That required level in composure, right? Yeah, why don't we try that again? Just because I don't know if it's even something that I particularly cared. I'm nah. On second thought, nah. I'll consider it later, but for now, um, hmm. Yeah, ceiling, rhetoric challenging, map wall interfacing challenging. Well, I'm close. I'm close by to the bookstore. Let's check that out. Oh, it just ran right through their game there. So map wall presumably is referring to this.
Several maps have been attached to a bulletin board hidden inside the alcove. They're held up by small pins. The board has come loose from one corner. The maps look old and faded. Your eye catches a map of Insulinda, a map of Revachol, and a map of Martinez.
So where's the roll?
This large map displays archipelagos. You see a constellation of small dots on the light blue emptiness of the Insulindic Ocean. The largest in the northeast is La Caillou. You are here. Another, far away in the southwest, Seminese Islands, Ile de Fantôme.
Was there a role relating to the tattoos maybe? Because we did determine that the tattoos on the dead guy were a map of where he'd been.
Ozon, Laurentide, Fas a la Mer,
Okay,
archipelagos.
I'll
In
just
the
breeze through
northeast,
this.
a dust mite stands on the north coast of Caillou, in a bookstore, radiating outwards from you. The suzerain Revachol, with a radius of 80 kilometers, still the crown jewel of
These
this
sea
Iso
cities and the
Buchanan
islands.
on Caillou.
I've read this before,
A
so
single dot star on Ozon. 850 million people live on these little dots. An oceanic world of... The ocean breaks apart into a tangle of cosines and azimuths. All connections to other worlds. Words past the Insulindian. You have little idea what they are. Distant stars. Gods. But looking at them, perhaps they are gods. Gods of distance and outer dust.
okay. Map of
The north
Revachol.
coast of a verdant island is shattered by the delta of a river. It is the River Esperon. To the east, rolling hillsides, Le Jardin,
I'm just breezing
It's
through this
somewhere
because
to
I've
live.
read it
Not
before.
bad. Then there's Jamrock.
Hey, there's Faubourg.
It's
That's where
bad.
Roy is from.
People shouldn't live there, but they do. Then Faubourg. It's almost as bad and much larger. Then Coal City. It's the worst. It's so small you can't even see it on the map. No, Coal City is worse. A charred limb. No, this is somewhere to be. This is all you have.
Okay. Anyway, no, seriously, what is this? It says map wall interfacing challenging. I thought map wall was referring to because this is the Whirling in Rags. This is the bookstore next to the Whirling in Rags, right? Am I misreading the map? It says map wall, and it's pointing right here. Is there some other wall? Like, this is a wall with maps on it.
Several maps. The maps look old and
I'm sorry, officer. The map of Martinez is the only one available. The other two are not for sale anymore. They're quite valuable, though they might not look it. The map of Martinez is 90 cents, though.
Seem to understand the resources, but sure, okay.
Yes, yes. Are you interested or not?
Gosh darn it. I mean, I remember there being rules related
Shelves full
to
of biographies of famous people, whoever they are.
the Greatest Innocence book.
This bookstore is not strictly about crime, romance, and biographies of famous.
Purpose of the Pale.
Shelves filled to the brim with crime novels featuring the supposedly stalwart Vespertine detective, Dick Mullen.
Sergey, what's all this crime fiction?
Oh, crime, robberies, murders, even sexual crimes. We're fortunate to have Dick Mullen and his stories to sort all that out. You're a police officer, apparently. You should buy all of these. They really do teach a person how to be a proper detective.
Oh, great. Okay. So I didn't see anything to re-roll there, so I'm genuinely confused. Maybe I need to review my previous recording to see what it is that I was supposed to see there. Like, if I zoom out... Yeah, see? There's Whirling Rags, there's the bookstore. That's where I am in the map. Wonder if it's a bug? Yeah. I feel like I want to look up my previous recording and see if see what that was. Yeah, Hanged Man. I wouldn't mind re-rolling the Hanged Man one. I just it's already packed. He's already packed away now. We didn't figure out how to refrigerate him. Is it an infiltration game or just an RPG point and click? It's I mean, it's sort of a murder mystery. We've our guy has amnesia as well. Like he's been on the scene for the last 3 days, and so we're kind of trying to piece together what happened in those last 3 days, as well as like how the guy got killed and so on. There is some pointing and clicking. There's some dialogue, and there's some things you can like you've got skills which you can apply to stuff and roll like you roll to see if you can figure things out based on your skills. It's my first time playing, so I just took the like middle, like you can choose what to level up at the beginning of the game, and I just put everything in the middle because I'm like, I don't know what these do. So I'm getting lots of like mid rolls. Anyway, yeah, what am I doing here? Shoot, wait, no, okay, back to the map. Okay, hold on. All right, let's look through these again. Okay. Okay, so Tommy Laome, that's the look into his eyes thing. That's done with. The knick-knack stand. Knick-knack stand? Oh, I guess that's in Fruit. I don't think I care about that. Kim Kitzer. Okay, so what did I? Was that the pissing contest thing? I think that's done with. I don't need to worry about that. Policeman click. I don't need to worry about that. Man from Heimdall. Who cares about that? Fixing the plumbing in the hostel room. I don't think I care about that. I can try re-rolling the Renee composure thing. Okay, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Yeah, the box of sunglasses. I don't think I care about. I mean, I don't know. Who knows? Maybe I could find some good Like the clothing items give you bonuses. So hey, maybe there are some good classes in there that'll give me something useful. I don't know. Um, Mira's face thing. Hanged Man, abandoned lorry. Which one's the abandoned lorry? Is that physical injury? Oh yeah, that's breaking into the lady driver's lorry. We already did that. Backyard wall. Wonder what is special about that wall. Cafeteria window. I want to come back to that later. Samaritan butter. Samaritan butter? What's that about? I don't know. The map wall though. It says I can re-roll it right now, but I just don't know where that is. I'm a bit confused about that. Seedling. I think I'm done with trying to intimidate him or whatever. I don't know. Oh, I know what to do. Let's go check out that borscht situation. Fun fact: I made some borscht the other day. There's still a bit more in the pot. I'm half Ukrainian, and I make borscht from time to time. It's good stuff. It looks weird because it's red, because it's made from beets and tomatoes, but it's surprisingly tasty. Anyway, can we talk to this guy about the borscht?
The man ponders his cooking utensils and gives you a little nod, acknowledging your presence.
Oh yeah, I can ask him about the doors as well. Lou said you're friends with Manana, is that true? What's in that borscht you're making there? Point to a large pot. Let's go with the borscht first.
The man says a couple of sentences in that strange language of his, and then seems to wait for you to speak.
Yes, nod, no, shake your head, or sorry, I don't understand you. Hey, Legendary Cowboy, welcome to the stream. How's it going? How have you been? Yeah, not too bad. I mean, I'm in between jobs at the moment, so some things kind of suck, but I'm surviving, so whatever. I'll find something. I'll find something eventually. In the meantime, playing a bit of Disco Elysium. This reminds me of Monkey Island already. Yeah, dialogue puzzle game. Kind of. Yeah, there's some dialogue puzzles. There are a variety of puzzles in it, really. It's yeah, sort of a bit of it. Monkey Island, yeah. I mean, I don't. It's not as funny as Monkey Island. Like Monkey Island is. I haven't played Monkey Island, but my understanding is it's this comedy, like point and click adventure game kind of thing. Yeah, it's actually. I mean, Monkey Island is a game from my era that I grew up in, so I feel like I should have played it. Maybe I'll play it at some point. Like I grew up with those like Sierra Quest games, like Space Quest, King's Quest, and so on, and Monkey Island is in that genre. But yeah, this one is comparatively darker. I mean, we're investigating a murder, and there's some there's some tensions in the community which might ignite into bloodshed. So we're trying to there's some stakes here. There's some pressure to solve the murder quickly. They actually made a lot of Monkey Island, 4 or 5. Yeah, yeah. They were. Are there really 4 or 5 of them? I was aware of 3 of them. I think there were like 2 like original ones back in the day, and then they made it like I don't know, remake reboot or something. It's on the PS2, I think. Yeah, cool. Anyway, what are we gonna say to this guy? Yeah, because he doesn't speak English, so we're like, we need information from him, but I don't know what. Okay, just go. Sorry, I don't understand you.
Just one word. Sounds quizzical. Then he awaits your answer with his brow arched.
Let's go with yes.
Horse need more vodka?
He's putting vodka in the borscht. Okay, no wonder the workers like it. Picks up a bottle from the shelf.
Okay, so it's vodka that keeps the men happy and in good spirits. Clever move by the Union.
Of course, vodka. Now that makes a very, very special borscht indeed. Turn it up and then answer some yourself.
Oh, great. Probably. Yeah, the game started with us waking up on the floor of a hostel room, having passed out. We have amnesia. Apparently, we've been on the scene of the murder for 3 days, and we're trying to piece together what happened, as well as like who killed the guy, um, and like have no memory of our past life. So apparently, he got like super drunk and passed out. So like, look at this going. Maybe you don't want to be drinking this if it's got vodka in it. Anyway. Oh yeah, and periodically the dialogue gets hints from the different parts of himself. There are 24 of them that like to chime in from time to time. There's this really complicated set of traits that he has. Electrochemistry is the party one. He wants them to drink and take drugs and stuff. So it likes chiming in with bad advice sometimes. Hello, electrochemistry, exactly. Anyway,
Turning it up seems like a dangerous idea, honestly. The place is a powder keg.
yeah, exactly. Yes, nod and turn your fingers clockwise, turn the vodka up, or no, turn your fingers counterclockwise, cut it, or I'll leave the cooking to you, shrug, and I have business. Uh, wait, 8 Monkey Islands? Seriously? Wow, okay, I'm out of the loop. I had no idea. I'll have to get started. I don't know. Again, at some point, I would like to. I want to at least play the first one. You know, that's the one when they got a lot of notoriety. It's it's you know, kind of a cult classic. No node vodka. Turn your fingers counterclockwise. Release the cooking to you. Um, should I tell him to take the vodka out? Is that going to have repercussions? Is this going to upset him? Or is this going to upset the dock workers? First one is Secret of Monkey Island. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, I'm not even sure what to do here. I'm going to say, let's say no vodka.
The cook gives you a long, disappointed look, then turns the stove off and seems to wait for you to speak.
I got experience for that. That's neat. Do you know what's behind that door? Yeah, because I'm still curious about this door here.
He looks up at you, then looks away quickly, shrugging and muttering something to himself. Shrugging is an international sign for, no, I don't know what's behind that door.
Fair enough. Okay. Leo said you're friends with Manana. Is that true?
The mention of Manana gets his attention. He smiles and delivers a whole slew of unfamiliar words and lively gestures. Then he falls silent again.
Okay, I guess got nothing out of that. The rest of these are options I've tried before. I don't think I need anything else to stay masculine. What is it? You got some impressive
He
pots there?
smiles and bangs his ladle against each of his pots in turn.
Okay. Yeah, I don't think I need anything else. Stay masculine. Okay. All right. Okay. Well, that's it for the borscht, I suppose. Heck. Should I go confront? Should I go confront Titus about the drug smuggling thing? I guess. I'm gonna save it first, even though I don't really have any intention of reloading. Um, it just feels like a bad idea, getting confrontational when I don't have all the evidence. Wait, hold on. Before I talk to him, speed, conceptualization, suggestions. This one's logic. Oh yeah, how's my thought cabinet doing? It's 37%. Whatever. Probably not going to get into a fight here, so probably physical instrument isn't needed. Hey, first time chatter, Har17, welcome to the stream. Hi, how do you find the game so far? It's pretty neat. It's got a lot of, like, this whole list of 24 skills is a lot to wrap your head around. I've still, I think I'm getting the hang of it. I'm just trying to figure out what to do next. Anyway, the clothes I got, guys, I've got the half-light gloves on. I think the rest of these are fine. Got my encyclopedia hat on. Alright, let's go confront this guy.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Establish authority, 3% chance. Second is LeChuck's Revenge. Third is Curse of Monkey Island. Fourth is Escape from Monkey Island. Fifth is Tales of Monkey Island. Sixth is a remake of the first game. Yeah, I knew there was a remake in there somewhere. Seventh is a remake of the second game. Eighth is Return to Monkey Island. So technically there are 6 games, 2 were remakes. Yeah. There you go. Cool. Alright. Okay, so we can talk about Hang again. Told you I already spoke to Everett and he said that you cooperate. Okay, like we kind of already established that he's cooperating. I mean, he confessed to the murder. Can I do the drug trade? Talk to Joyce. The merc you hanged. His friends are coming for you. This is really gonna escalate things. Okay. Again, this feels like a bad idea, but it's one of my objectives. So guess what? I connect you to the local drug trade.
Like hell you have. There is no local drug trade. This place is as clean as a rifle. Go back to Jamrock and ask the local junkies how clean your streets are in Precinct 41 kilos.
He leans back, unruffled.
We'll do that. In the meantime, did you know that there's an abandoned lorry at the intersection that was used to move raw ingredients for drugs from Terminal B to Jamrock?
You just blurted it out there, eh, Kim? Okay.
The person driving it was present at the hanging. It was one of you. We've connected the footprint. Detective, do you want to deliver the coup de grace?
You're right. You're right. There is no local drug trade except you. Or no, do the honor. You've earned it. Not at the tent. Or forget it. I knew they'd never own up to it. So thinking about buying it, but I don't know if it has deep gameplay to say. Oh, it's plenty deep. I mean, there's there's tons of socio-political commentary in this. It's constantly basically comparing like left-wing and right-wing politics. And there's dealing with race stuff as well, like racial discrimination, and you get to make lots of choices. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I constantly like every time I'm it's making choices. It feels like the game is judging me based on my choices. So anyway, there's no local drug trade except you pointed Titus. We don't have enough evidence to pin it on Titus, but maybe this is just an intimidation tactic here. I don't think we want to back off. I think I'm gonna ask him to do the honors.
Thank you. You're right, Titus. There is no local drug trade because it's all controlled by you. You're the drug trade.
That's a mighty interesting theory. I guess that's what you would need to do, theoretically. A big, strong, state-run monopoly would outcompete the runts on the street.
Yeah, man. Theoretically, that's what you would do. To get rid of the gangs, the dealers, even some of the junkies.
You would need good, trustworthy people to take their place, of course. Hardy men to run such a monopoly. For the good of the community, of course.
He grins. This is disgusting. You're admitting to profiting off of poisoning your own people. Well, he didn't admit to it per se. Good idea. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way, you have some control over it. Or, yeah, keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact that there's still plenty of drugs out there. Graphics aren't terrible for a dialogue game. Yeah, it's got this neat kind of like painted art style. It's kind of cool. Profiting off poisoning your own people. People are always going to do drugs. At least this way, you have some control over it. I keep telling yourself that. I know for a fact there's still plenty of drugs out there. Yeah, got to keep in mind that Liz here is a lawyer and she's listening in, and she hinted that she's going to be listening carefully to us, to what kind of accusations we leave, and we better watch ourselves here. So, like, I sort of feel like, I don't know if I want to. He didn't actually admit to it, although, It's late now in Saudi Arabia, so I'm afraid I have to leave. Enjoy your weekend. Okay, hey, you have a good weekend. Heart 70 as well. Have a good one. Thanks for stopping by. I'm gonna go with this is disgusting option here. Put the pressure on.
Boo fucking who. People will always be taking drugs. Might as well do it clean and organized.
Yeah, that's what the labor movement is all about. Clean and organized. And the Hardy Boys are running it.
Theoretically, of course. We're just talking politics here. My answer to your drug accusation is, how dare you? Go fuck yourself.
Well,
Not quite yet, Mr. Hardy. There were 8 sets of prints on the crime scene. There are only 7 Hardy Boys here.
the 8th Hardy, the one who's missing, she runs the thing, right?
My answer is, fuck off. Mind your own business. There is no 8th Hardy. I run this goddamn scene.
He takes a step closer. Yeah, where is she? No word on that so far.
And here we go. Back to the usual.
The woman's size. Look, Crusader's here. Welcome to the stream. How's it going?
I know. Fatty walked on all 4s. He's so fucking fat, he left 2 sets of footprints.
The little man raises his index finger excitedly.
Go fuck your mom, Dennis.
That's more like it, boys. You heard him. It was Angus on all 4s. Anything else you need to know?
Okay. So I get a +1 to this roll because I confronted him about the drug trade. It's still a 3% though. What does that mean by weak when you first met? Maybe I said the wrong thing at the beginning. Oops. Oh well. Okay, I got a little orange mark here. So I mean, my goal here is to prove your authority to Titus Hardy. You have to gain authority in Titus's eyes for the investigation to advance. Soften them up first. Maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. Look for a witness. Get help from the union boss or the company rep. Tie them to any other crimes. Question mark, question mark, question mark. Talk to Tice, establish authority in the Hardy Boys. Okay, so, well, shoot. Well, what leads do we have here? Okay, so we can't. Okay, today's Tuesday. This thing doesn't happen until Wednesday, so we can't do that. We can't do that. Still figuring this out. Can't do that yet. Find the armor gloves. Ask the girl with the fishing fleet. Okay, so we can't do that yet. Find money and okay, so that's taken care of already. This is kind of irrelevant. We don't know how to start with this one here. Who else is unauthorized access to the whirling trash? Find this person, you'll know who tampered with the scene. It may take a while. Okay. This is another one which might need. Like I can question Guard again, maybe. I don't think he's going to have anything new to say about it, though. I've been watching Green Hell. Love that game? Cool. Yeah, that's my understanding is that it's a survival crafting game that takes place in the forest or something, or like the Amazon or something like that. So it seems interesting. Yeah, so victims' tattoos. Ask another about the tattoos' possible meaning. Yes, we asked Joyce about that. Who else would know about the? I mean, it's one of my like. I can ask his buddy about it, but I don't like. It seems like a bad idea to be showing the picture of his dead friend to him and say, "Hey, about these tattoos." Like, he's the only person I can think of to ask about it. I mean, everyone else, like, the game doesn't present the option of showing him the picture of the guy, showing the picture of the tattoos. And who made the call reporting the crime? Yeah, because it wasn't Sylvie, so who was that? Despite lacking any obvious leads, yeah. I mean, the fact that the game even tells you you lack obvious leads, this may take some time. It's telling me, like, don't worry about this right now. Explore the whirling secret passages. Find a way into the secret passage. Yeah, that blue door. Like, I mean, I don't know. I mean, Garrett didn't know what was behind it, and the cook didn't know anything about it either. Like, who else? Like, maybe Sylvie knows about it, but she didn't want to talk to me. Sing karaoke. Smoker in the balcony. I searched that whole apartment complex. I didn't find that guy. I could look through the apartment building again. It might just be a waste of time, though. But yeah, I don't know. Like, I feel like this is giving me clues about what to do. Like, maybe investigate the crime scene or the body. I mean, yeah, we investigated the crime scene. Like, the body. I wanted to search the body again, but we. I mean, it's stashed away in Kim's car now, so I don't think the game will let me look at it again. If I'd known I was going to pack it up and we wouldn't be able to do anything with it, I probably would have put it off. Oh well. Look for a witness. I mean, the smoker on the balcony indicated that he might have seen something, but he didn't want to talk about it publicly, and then he went back into the apartment, which implied that it sort of implied that you know, come find me, I'll talk about it in private later. Like, maybe he was willing to give me information about that. So maybe it is worth going back to the apartment. Get help from the union boss. Like, he's so slimy. I don't know. Or the company rep. I mean, we tried talking to her. I don't know. I mean, I could try talking to Joyce again. Maybe she'll have some new dialogue there. Time to any other crimes. That's referring to the whole drug thing. Hmm. Hmm. I don't think there's any point in trying to do this authority roll. Basically, I have to roll 12 in order to get it. It's a 3% chance of success. Haven't you already done those? Done which? Like, talk to the, like investigating the crime. It feels like I investigated the crime scene and the body. I mean, I feel like I didn't search the body as well as I could have. Like, there was a roll there which I failed like a few times in a row, and then I got locked out of it. Like you talked to Everett about getting Tice to cooperate, I believe. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could. Well, here, let's go with this option here. I told you already. I spoke to Everett, and he said you'd cooperate.
Oh, so you went and talked to my mommy, and now she's making me play with you. Is that it, lawman?
And what's gonna happen if we don't? You're gonna go and tell on us?
Very mature guys. Everett sent word, right? Or why don't you push me some more and find out, Gimp? Oof. Or I would I would never tell on someone. Or let's change the subject. Very mature guys. Everett sent word, right?
Yeah, I heard him. Now, fuck do you think I'm doing here? You'd have your ass handed to you if it wasn't for the boss man's word. Let me state this very clearly, capo. Hello, officer. I'm Titus Hardy, and these are my boys. Hardy boys. How may we assist you?
Aha. Okay, so that actually helped. There's a +2 to this roll because Everett asked to cooperate. Okay, so we need to we just need to keep bringing that up. Do we really want to go? I talked to Joyce. The merc you hanged his friends are coming for you. Like, oh hell. I mean, again, this feels like a bad idea, but talking about these seems to increase this roll here. So, yeah, where is my authority score? And my current thing is, oh yeah, it reduces logic. Yeah. Wasn't there? I think. Did I have any clothing which increased the authority score? Like you talked to Everett about getting Tice cooperative. Yeah. I mean, okay. It says it's a white check and I can reroll. I'm gonna click it just to see what happens. It's 17% chance. It's as low probability of working, but let's give it a shot.
Establish authority. Yes. Authority. Feverish thoughts race through your mind.
Okay, so I rolled an 8. That's a pretty good roll, but with the 17% chance of success, like I think that means I need to like, what was that? Like 11 or 10 or higher, or something like that. First, you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's some bullshit. Stomp your feet. Or I'm the only thing keeping this town from going to hell, and you're not helping. Point your finger. Or turn to the tent. Kim, need your gun. Oh no. That's it. That's all I got. 10. Yeah, 2 more points, and you would have had it. Yeah. That's it. That's all I got.
Did you already try the gun thing? I hear the gun thing is excellent and has great results.
I don't know.
You're probably right. The others are only there for filler, to make the gun thing pop.
I'm gonna go with the first option. First, you tell me someone's been raped, and then you don't say who. That's some bullshit. Stomp your feet.
Stop shitting your pants. You don't need to know, all right? We took care of it.
Took care of it.
The law handled it, all right?
Yeah. Aren't you listening? It's done. Finito.
You're not the law. I am the law. That Judge Dredd line again. It's just that line. I am the law sure turns up a lot in this game. I guess we're both the law around here if you start to think about it, or maybe you're right. Maybe I'm not the law after all. To yourself, maybe everyone's been lying to me. I mean, I failed the roll, so I have a feeling all these are going to end badly no matter what I choose. Should I go with the Judge Dredd option? Yeah, let's go with Judge Dredd.
For God's sake, stop shouting! Stop breaking things in my establishment! Stop provoking those oafs!
Wow, we pissed off guard.
Sounds like someone's damn broke.
They're not going to give you anything, can't you see? I can't have a police interrogation in here. People are trying to eat.
This doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager. Shut up, barman. I'm gonna tear your stupid hairy head off, guard? Oh, wow, okay. Wow, all these are really hostile. This doesn't concern you, cafeteria manager.
Of course it concerns me if you make this kind of...
Easy, babes. What is this? I can't have a slap fight in my bar. It's embarrassing.
We are deep in fast territory. We need to cool off and re-engage later.
Yeah. Everyone can see you picked some wrong options. Next time you have to come up with better things to say.
Ha. Is that a bit meta line there? You picked some wrong options, okay. Well, and it autosaved. Everyone doesn't pay me enough for this. Okay. Well, okay, well, now that we've talked to them, I'm thinking, let's just really quick, I'm gonna try talking to, Everett again to see if he has anything else to say. And then I'm gonna try talking to Joyce again. See if she has anything else to say. I mean, this might be a waste of time, but oh yeah. Now that we talked to Renee about this, is there any other information about this booth?
This is the night watchman's booth.
Yeah.
The name on the door reads, René Arnaud.
If you must. But please hurry.
Nothing incriminating catches your eye.
Yeah, it's the
Looks
same.
like the inhabitant is rather pedantic when it comes to order.
I have the option to take the picture. A framed photograph on the table. So, I mean, I said leave the picture alone before, but... You know, what the hell? I'm gonna take it.
It's a black and white photo of a young couple out in a street fair. The man, René, is dressed in a Royal Carabinier uniform. The girl is young and very pretty. She is smiling playfully at the camera.
Okay. Is this gonna hint at why he's still in the uniform or something?
Why did you take that picture of René?
Lieutenant asked, glancing at the photo. I'm gonna ask him about it. I'm a cop. It's instinctual to collect evidence, or I'm making an artistic photo collage, Kim. I was gonna ask him about it.
You're really interested in that old soldier. Not sure I understand your fascination, but sure. As long as it doesn't take up a whole lot of time.
I mean, yeah. But
This is the night watchman.
I'm just running out of leads, Kim. Oh yeah, new inventory item. Oh look, 1.2. Yeah, I can sell it. I can sell it to the pawn shop. That's amazing. You just take his picture of himself and his girlfriend and just sell it. Anyway, black and white photo of a couple posing in front of a Ferris wheel. The girl is young and pretty, the man clad in fancy uniform and smiling. On the back, a very steady hand has written the words Eva shall faire, summer of 91. Okay. And we've established this, so presumably that's 1891, since this is this takes place in the 1951. So yeah, so it would have been 60 years ago. Ask Renee about the photo. Okay.
Arresting control. Marsh.
I'm still
on. Adept. Off.
I'm still tempted to try pushing this. Just you know what? I'll maybe I'll push it on the way out. This is a convoluted path to get to Everard. Actually, wait, before I talk to him, hold on. Can I talk to Leo about the vodka spiked borscht?
Oh, hey, mister. I knew you'd be back to talk with old Leo here. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. It's like Lady Larice said when she opened
Leo, in the future, can we keep this greeting shorter?
Sure, mister. Absolutely. I'm always willing to help out nice fellows such as yourself.
He smiles his disarming smile and looks you deep in the eye. What are you doing with the containers? Where's everyone? The harbor's empty. Do you work here? Leo, who wrote the notes to make more banners? What's in that container over there? So these are all objects I chose before, except for the Your Ubi one. With the note to make more banners.
Yes. I leave all kinds of notes for myself. That old head of mine ain't so good.
Is that about the borscht?
Oh, yes. I've been taking special whirling borscht. It's very, very good. Makes them.
Power borscht, huh? Never heard of a borscht that turns little guys into dogfighters. Alcohol, however.
Yeah. Okay. So no further comment about the vodka, I guess. Taking soup and then is it for striking?
Yes. I'm taking it to them. The borscht keeps them happy and in fighting spirits. Makes you all warm inside. They brew it in the whirling in rags.
Yes, this is, like I already said this before.
Oh, sure, mister.
He didn't actually understand.
Okay, whatever. Nothing new there. I mean, look, I don't want to tell you what to do, but it is tempting sometimes. Yeah. All right, Everett. We talked to your boys. Do you have any new dialogue options?
Every worker.
He leans towards you, waiting for you to complete a sentence. Every worker, a member of the board, is a living god, is an organ in the great state organism of war. Also looks just like me, or every, for himself. I mean, he's presumably trying to lead me to talk about the union's demands. Every worker, member of the board.
That's right, Mr. Dubois. I see the socialist democratic fervor now burns in your heart, too. How can I help you today?
Turns out the strikers were being served an alcoholic brew. I stopped this madness. Yeah, sure. Maybe we can. I don't know if he's really intimidatable. He's always got this laid back look about him. Like, 'cause he knows he has maybe not all the cards, but enough of the cards that he can control the board. Wait, that's mixed metaphors. I don't know. Turns out the strikers are being served. Let's go with that.
I don't know what that means, Harry, but I love it. I love your initiative. Knowing you're out there keeping things running lets me focus on the big picture stuff. Don't even tell me what was going on. Alcoholic brew, stronger, stopped it, strike. I'm just gonna let you surprise me, Harry.
Hey, well, I got some more experience. Got another skill point available. That's neat. Well, surprise! I just finished investigating the local drug trade.
Ah, yes. Your side investigation. Thank you. You've got some spirit clearing up phony drug accusations alongside this murder. I'll talk to the mayor and see if I can get you the key to the city, Harry. Now let's talk real business.
He's trying to downplay it.
Actually, Rivershell doesn't have a mayor.
Thanks, Encyclopedia. Let's talk about my lost gun. Gonna go over a few details regarding the murder again. A few more things regarding Joyce. Okay, so these are... I think this is just going to be stuff we went over before. I mean, I'll click on it in just in case there's a sub option that's new.
Most certainly, Harry. Nothing brightens my day like brainstorming these things with you.
Yeah, so these are all the same.
By all means, Harry. What's on your mind? Great. You want to bounce something off your old friend, Mr. Clare, right? Well, let's hear it, Harry.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Absolutely, Harry.
Okay. Well, I mean, there was a new option regarding the borscht. It didn't really bear fruit. Oh well. Yeah, and just in the spirit of the fact that I'm running out of things to do and let's try new things, let's push the button. Let's see what happens.
With a loud grind, the crane shifts overhead, moving a massive metal container through the air.
Oh? Wait, is this going to unlock a new area or something? Is that like teetering over the edge? Oh wow, that looks dangerous. Encyclopedia ever helpful, but yeah, I think if you ever actually catch Everett off guard, the harbor will blow up. At least you can wrap things up. Yeah.
And with a surprisingly quiet thunk, the crane places the container down. The harbor sleeps as the strike rages in the distance. The crane can rest again, now that its purpose has been fulfilled.
Its purpose has been fulfilled. Its purpose? What do you mean? Understood. Let's get back to the panel. Yeah, again, is this another meta thing? Is this game commentary here? Its purpose? What do you mean?
Moving this container, of course. For this purpose it was built. For this purpose it has acted. And now it will rest.
I can't see how that was worth the records. Except for seeing the crane in action, which I admit was satisfying.
Okay. So what happens if I press arrête? Or should I don't know. I mean, big machines are cool. Yeah. This is interesting. Okay, so the door is interactable. Can I prise this open?
Before you stands a cargo container. Just one of many in the yard.
Lieutenant, I think there's something special about this container.
Is this like your thing with that wall again?
Maybe. I can't tell. I think we should investigate further.
You do? Because I don't.
Wait, what? Why not?
There are a million containers here. Why are you fixating on this one?
It was hanging from the crane. I don't know, Kim. It just feels special. Inspect the container. Maybe there's contraband in there. Oh, you're right. It's probably nothing. Maybe there's contraband in there.
There may very well be, but we are not here to look for that.
We aren't? I thought we were investigating the drug stuff.
We are not here to interact with containers. We are here to talk to the Union, right?
Well, now I'm torn because, like, this is our primary objective. Don't disappoint Kim. Obviously, our primary objective in this game. But I also really wanted to see what's in the container. Because I'm really curious for more content. While I'm thinking about it, I'm gonna get some more water and go use the washroom. I will be right back. What's this? Oh, Negative Zero's here. Welcome to the stream. Kim is very forgiving of Harry's impulses. That's true, but at the same time, you know, I don't want to, I don't want to abuse his good nature. Anyway, I'll be right back. And I'm back again. So, yeah. Like I said, don't want to disappoint Kim. Kim generally gives good advice, honestly. But I think in this case, um, I, I'm starved for content at this point, so I'm going to open the door.
You attempt to turn the handle, to no avail. The doors seem to be mechanically locked. To your left, the lieutenant considers your actions with some puzzlement.
Knock on the door?
No reply. The knock produces a hollow ring of metal. Doesn't sound like there's anything inside the container.
Oh yeah? Rhetoric impossible? Persuade the door to open, 3% chance of success. +1 erratic yet thorough, +1 been the world for 2 days. Huh. So basically I have to roll a 12 to succeed at this one here. I think the +1 erratic yet thorough, I'm assuming that's a reference to Kim's comment about the Jamrock Shuffle. Presumably that means that +1 came from having that, going through that conversation option with Kim. I have a sneaking suspicion that I might be able to get other bonuses for that. Where's rhetoric? Yeah, I don't. The art of persuasion, enjoy rigorous intellectual discourse. Why is it intellectual discourse relating to the container? Sometimes conversations will lead to bonuses in unexpected places. Yeah, no kidding. In fact, it says been the world for 2 days. Does that mean that each day that increases by 1 or something? Well, I mean, it's a white check. I can... hold on. Let me just check my clothes, see if there's. I don't think any of the clothing gives a rhetoric bonus or penalty. This is electrochemistry. Oh, that one gives me a rhetoric penalty. Reaction speed, suggestion, half-light, logic, authority, interfacing, visual calculus, drama. Yeah, nothing about rhetoric.
You're back before the cargo container. Its draw has not lessened since you were last here. If anything, it seems to have grown slightly.
Okay, I'm gonna 3% chance. What the hell?
Why are you even trying to open the door with rhetoric?
That's a good question. Why are you even trying to open the door with rhetoric? Because getting physical wasn't an option. Yeah, why am I? This is getting meta again. I mean, I was already wondering why rhetoric was applying here. And these two lines are in quotes here. That means he's saying them out loud. Yeah, why am I?
Why are you what?
Anything at all. Never mind.
Are you satisfied, detective?
Yeah. Fine. Have it your way, Kim. We're gonna move on. So, if I push the red button, does that make it go back?
The plane does not return to its original position. It does not move at all.
And what if I push mouse again?
No screech of metal when you push the button this time. Only silence as the crane remains in its state of dormancy.
Yeah. So it was true. I mean, the game was saying this crane has now served its purpose. That is all. That was all it was designed to do, to move this specific container into this specific spot. Like it wasn't kidding or exaggerating. You're not forcing it open. You're persuading it to open. Yeah, there you go. Talk to Measurehead again. Just kidding. Yeah, it's 1:21 in the afternoon here. Losing the whole day here. I can talk to him about his buddy's tattoos. It seems like a bad idea. I'm gonna try to talk to Joyce first, and if that doesn't work, I might come back here and try talking to him about that. Oh, right, I can zoom out, can I? Shoot, which way is she? This way, right? Just need to find her boat. It also might be worth checking out the apartment building again. Can I look at can I re-roll the wall?
Just an ordinary wall. Nothing to see here.
Yeah. Nope. Still curious to know why that particular wall is highlightable. I feel like there must be something special there. All right, Joyce. We talked to the union guys.
Good. What can I help you with?
Doing with Everett again. Let's talk some more about this boat that you're on. Why the Pines, about the strike harbors, talk about the lynching. The tattoos?
I fear I've told you all I know. It's an Oranese map of the waterways, or some version of it. It depicts the travels this man made while he was still alive.
Okay.
Is there anything else I can help you with?
I'm dealing with Everett again?
She's not even asking you anything. It's so easy to just say.
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht. She's gonna be like, what? What are you talking about? BRB? Okay. Do we want to be giving her information about what Everett's up to here? Maybe she has more information about this door.
A referral, you mean? I take it this was for someone in the RCM. Don't answer that.
Referral? No, like I mean like a real door to someone's house.
Oh my. A real door.
The lieutenant does not say anything, but you hear the nylon of his jacket rustle as he looks at you.
Yeah, he's like, why are you jacked? I helped scare someone from Mr. Clare. It was nothing that had to be done. I got information. It was useful to the case. Yeah, I'm like... I mean, on the one hand, you get experience and stuff from unexpected places in this game, but on the other, I'm like, do we really need to be telling her this? Like, she doesn't necessarily have our best interest at heart here, you know? I don't know if we want to be telling her that we helped out Everard, you know? Like, this is just like borderline illegal activities here. Helped scare someone from Mr. Clare. It was nothing. It had to be done. I got information. It was useful to the case. I don't know. I don't know. I mean, at this point, I'm just grasping at straws, figuring out what's going to advance things or get more content. So, got information was useful to the case. I don't know if it really was useful to the case. I mean, we found that the mug that was in the trash probably came from the guy in that room, but that doesn't mean anything. I'm gonna say it was nothing.
Of course. The RCM has the right to inspect any premises. How else would you catch the bad guys? The information was useful, I hope.
Frankly, what was done was not pretty at all, but neither was it illegal, and it was not for nothing.
He turns to you.
I advise you to be very selective with what information you choose to share. This may have consequences beyond our line of sight.
Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, I don't know how much information we want to give her. And Kim's, I think, is giving good advice here. She's like, are you sure you want to be telling her this? Union's militant wing organized the lynching. Everett says the Wild Pine sent mercenaries after the Union and now one's dead. I mean, this is stuff that she already knows. We already talked about that. Everett asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation. He didn't seem at all worried about the whole conflict that's developing. Yeah, I mean, I still think the murder was carried out by one person, despite what Hardy was saying, or Titus Hardy. I think it's a bad idea to be telling her that they were all in on it at this juncture. it doesn't this doesn't feel like the right thing to do. This is telling your stuff we already know. It feels like a safer thing to say. Ever asked the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with investigation? I mean, arguably that's true, but it's a very loose definition of the word cooperate. I didn't seem to worry about the whole concept developing. That seems like a safe enough thing to say. I'm going to go with this one.
Misinformation. This is all because we haven't shared information on the lynching yet. See? Already the adversary uses it to their advantage. Don't let him. Hurry up on that probe. The moment you tell me you're finished at the traffic jam, I will gladly tell you the company's side of the story.
Well, I mean, we kind of already heard that, man. You didn't seem at all worried about the whole conflict that's developing.
I wouldn't have taken Everard for a saber rattler. Was he surrounded by Union men he wanted to impress?
We were alone, and he seems very sure of his ability to keep things in control. He wasn't trying to impress anyone. I think he wants things to escalate. I mean, that might be true. You're right, he was probably just showing off to me. We were alone, and he seems very sure of his ability to keep things in control.
Or he wants you and me to believe he's calm and in control. He's a politician.
Yeah, there's that too.
There's always that risk, man. But if I may offer my opinion, he means it.
Yeah, I think he may have just been messing with us, or Kim's right, I'm pretty sure he meant it. I think he meant it. Yeah, Kim's right.
I'll think it over, Detective. Thank you for relaying this information to me.
Ask the Union's militant wing to fully cooperate with the investigation. Yeah, I guess I'll go with this.
How benevolent. Hopefully they'll help you sort this whole business out, if they haven't already.
While we appreciate your assistance, ma'am, I'm afraid we can't discuss the specifics of an ongoing investigation with you.
That is only fair.
I've said all I can.
Well, I hope it yields something. Otherwise, you'll have opened that door for naught. Anything else?
Opened that door. Yeah. Yeah, so I don't think I'm going to say that one. That's all I've got to say.
What you've said is quite enough. You've given me a lot to consider, and may have helped me prevent this conflict from escalating.
I helped him turn up the heat on the borscht. It's an option I'm able to say. I mean, this is... like... it's a very silly way of phrasing it. But again, you know, we get experience from the strangest places, so yeah, I just got 5 more experience points here. So what the hell? Let's go with it.
Did you now? What sort of borscht is he making?
Cook makes it to keep the strikers drunk, helps them strike.
The strike brew. That's a classic. And by turn up the heat, I presume you mean put more alcohol in it?
No, you misunderstand. I turned the knob, not like this, turn the heat down.
Beyond curious. I will choose to interpret that as you turning the alcohol in the strike brew down, for the sake of our professional relationship.
I mean, that's what I did, I think.
And because I don't like the idea of them any more drunk than they already are. What else?
Asked me to deliver an envelope? Is that, it's probably not safe to mention the helping find the gun part. I'm a little curious to know what she has to say about the envelope, the getting the signatures.
Sounds like he has you running errands, Detective. A well-established dominance ritual. Where did he have you deliver it?
Nameless settlement down the coast nearby. There's, nameless settlement down the coast nearby, I guess.
Ah, yes. I've been meaning to go there.
She looks over the bay.
With longing. Clear and simple longing.
Hmm.
Strange. Why does she want to go there?
Why does she want to go there? He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez. You're quite fond of this village, aren't you? So you're sad you can't buy the place? Conclude. You're quite fond of this village, aren't you?
I should be.
Oh yeah?
In my youth, I had a brief dalliance here in Martinez.
Hmm.
He was an older man with impossibly broad shoulders.
Really? What's a rich lady like Joyce doing in Martinez? She knows there's that crooked smile again. A brief dalliance here in Martinez with an older man, eh?
He's probably dead by now. Even his shack is long gone. Not that it matters. These buildings are all carbon copies of one another.
So you've been to Martinez before?
Yes, I was slumming it with some girlfriends of mine. We had boats and... Don't hold it against me. My paramour certainly did not.
Huh. Sounds like you missed those times.
Not overly so. It's not like this was the only place we visited. Me and my girlfriends from Azon with our shiny boats, like reavers.
Yeah, it sounds like she's a little wilder in her youth.
We told ourselves we were the worst thing to happen to the coast since the Coalition landed in '08. Imagine.
She tosses her head. He wants to build a youth center here for the children of Martinez.
A youth center with Edgar Clare's statue on top of it.
Yeah. Her eyes run across the water remorsefully.
Go ahead. Help him. Make it so. I have no power to stop him.
Yeah, so you're sad you can't buy the place?
Yes. I'm sad I'll never have the time, Detective. I've always wanted a dilapidating fishing village.
Is that sarcasm?
She is more defensive about it than usual.
Full of ghosts and ancient memories. Has this errand yielded you any information?
Okay, so that's all of them, except for the gun one, which I'm going to leave off on. I'll talk about something else for now, if you don't mind.
Of course, Detective. You can always drop by later, should something come up. Now, what else can I do for you?
Boat you're on, the Wild Pines, what do you do? I'm just going to click this to see if there are any more options there.
Of course.
Yeah, so there's nothing there.
Don't tell her you've met Everard right away. There's time.
Oh, whoops. Let's talk about the lynching.
Of course. Anything to help.
Yeah, so this is...
I am sorry to have been the bearer of bad news.
Okay. We've already gone through those options, so... Take a peek in the apartment building again. I don't suppose she has anything else to say.
Give me a moment.
I'm looking for Martin Martinez. That's the name that the guy gave. I mean, I could. What the hell? Okay.
Oh, you'll find plenty of Martins here. Don't you worry.
She smiles a gap-toothed smile when she hears you mention the name. What do you mean? I wasn't joking. Or no, you don't understand. I'm looking for a real person named Martin Martinez. He told me he's Martin Martinez.
Pea-brain. Someone played a trick on you. Martin Martinez is a name for anyone who comes from Martinez, like Sim Jamrock or Raoul Ravachol.
Like, it's a silly dialogue option, but I got 5 experience for it. So this is why I'm like, should I, like, maybe I should be choosing all the options, even if they seem like bad ideas, like, you know?
Oops, you really didn't get the joke there.
I got the joke. Hey, I got experience for that, so joke's on you, Rhetoric. uh,
I thought it was obvious. Anyway, officer, we don't have the witness's name.
okay, back. How'd things go with Joyce? I talked through all the options except for the one for saying that he's looking for a gun. It didn't seem prudent to talk about that one, but I talked to her about the community center thing, and about the borscht, and about the other one, the opening the door. Oh yeah, and I didn't tell her about how the dock workers confessed to the lynching. Anyway, how about a young male in his mid-20s, dark hair, skinny build, a smoker on the balcony, you know where he lives? Okay.
Yes, yes. I know who you mean. The scrawny boy who's always smoking like the devil, right?
She looks at the other end of the hallway.
Somewhere in the building, a child starts crying. You hear a radio tuned to a talk show and someone taking a shower.
That's random.
What's he in trouble for?
He's wanted for murder. He's going away for life now. No trouble. I just want to talk to him. Do you know where he lives?
Talk?
The cleaning lady starts laughing, but it turns into a violent coughing spasm. She squeezes her broom, trying to catch her breath.
He lives upstairs in room 28. Go to the balcony. It's one of those doors there. He's usually home in the evening.
Okay, hey, I mean, picking the dumb option of hey, we're looking for Martin Mountainez, which is an obviously fake name, it actually got us results, so go figure.
Thank you. We should go check out his apartment on the balcony. See if he's home.
Yep. Good advice, Kim. Hey, what's this? Oh yeah, new thought.
Kind of superstar.
What is that even a
They
picture of?
say the world isn't ready for a rock and roll cop. No one wants their state monopoly on violence to be mixed with celebrity worship. They claim to know it would be dangerous for detectives to rise to the ranks of demigods and have sexual encounters with barely legal cover girls. It would be insane, they say. To all this, you say, fuck off and die, in a cool voice. You people have no idea how good these cops are gonna get. They're gonna crack 20 cases a day. In the future, cops will be like astrophysicists, or prime ministers, or prophets. And you're the first one.
Uh-huh, okay. Sometimes playing the fool will allow others to educate you in ways they may not normally have. Yeah, so it seems. So what bonuses do I get for this, some kind of superstar thing? Oh, -1 logic? Price of self-delusion? Oh, shoot. Okay, but I got the learning cap for visual calculus, suggestion, electrochemistry, and composure raised. Huh. But a permanent -1 to logic. Oof. Oh well. Well, this is why I was reluctant to pick this one, you know? It's kind of like, this seems kind of silly, this whole rockstar cop thing. Whatever. But there you go, I got some kind of superstar bonus thing there. I still got 3 skill points to spend, so what the hey, let's unlock another one of these things. Now I can try going for the coach physical instrument and see if see what that gets me. What's this? So you're minding your own business, trying to get some detective work done, when suddenly a voice emerged from within you and told you you're a wuss, a namby-pamby, a sissy, and a limp jellyfish. This voice has 0 gender sensitivity and even less empathy for underwhelming athletic performance. Try to purposefully piss it off, see if it teaches you something. Pretend you don't know the difference between a double and a single support phase in the discipline of hammer throw. It hates that. Okay. Okay, well, I mean, what the hey? I mean, it's either that or 15th Indo Tribe. which is the thing that Joyce was talking about the history of the region and talking about 14 Indo tribes, and it takes 6 hours to research this. How would this benefit my investigation or anything? I don't know. Anyway, let's unlock this. And I'm going to go with the coach physical instrument. I don't know if we're going to need physical prowess anytime soon, but a lot of the physical skills tend to be very id-oriented. Yeah. Alright. Coach physical instrument. Go. It gives me -2 to encyclopedia. I mean, it's like if it gives you little factoids periodically, but anyway. Locate number 28 on the apartment building. So I was up there before in the previous stream, but I have a feeling there's going to be a new openable door now. Okay, you know what? Not this balcony. It's going to be the other balcony. I mean, I could talk to Cindy again, I suppose. I could also try breaking that door in. I had the option, or at least, yeah, whatever. Balcony. Here we go. So you're a superstar, but also a sports coach. So it seems. So, yeah, so not that one. I think it's, I have a feeling it's going to be this one here. It's the, this was not interactable before.
This door is made of metal and appears to be reinforced. Someone here really values their security.
Interesting. Okay.
Number 28. This is where the cleaning lady said the smoker on the balcony lives.
Let's see if anyone's home. Knock on the door.
No one answers.
Looks like the young man we are looking for isn't home. I think our best chance to catch him is in the evening.
He looks around taking the cold spring air.
We should
Fine.
return tonight after we have finished with our day's work. How about 9 p.m.? Sound good?
Yeah. What are you talking about? Sounds good. Tonight, 9. I don't think I can make it. What do you mean, what are you talking about? I mean, okay, sounds good. Tonight at 2100.
Tonight at 9 p.m. Right here. Apartment number 28.
He writes it down.
Let's go.
Writes it down in his little notebook. Alright. Okay. Probably could have gotten that done in the previous day if I'd picked the joke option sooner. Mountainez. Oh well. Okay, so zoom out. Don't suppose Kunoa has anything else to say.
Trying to sneak up on me again? Trying to snuff me out? Get away, pig!
Anything new with the wall?
Just an ordinary wall.
Guess not. Okay, well, talk to Everard about stuff, talk to Joyce about stuff. Yeah, I guess I can talk to Renee about the picture.
Vigilance officer, what can this old carabiner do for you?
Yeah, I don't know what you expected talking to Kunos. I don't know. I'm just, like I said, grasping at straws here. Found your guard booth.
The Debardiers Union pays me. I'm an old man. Don't sleep more than a few hours every night anyway, and money is tight.
I saw a picture in there. You were in it. Who's the girl?
She is nobody.
Hmm.
This is none of your concern. And I refuse to discuss my private affairs with the RCM.
His features stiffen and he gets a cold look.
The lady is Jeanne-Marie Beaulieu, and she sure as hell wasn't a nobody.
Huh. Got 10 experience for that. Like, hey, at first, like, I left the picture there because I was like, I don't want to take this guy's picture. Like, what? Why would I take it with me? Just leave it there. But hey, taking his picture and bring it over to him gave me 10 experience. So, like, this game gives you experience in unexpected places. So, anyway, so nothing came of it aside from the experience. Though it looks like he has nothing else to say. Got it. Thanks.
Yes. Like I said, it would be up anyway, so might as well keep an eye out. It keeps my senses sharp.
Okay. Thought maybe it would have an effect on this thing here. Like, there's +1 for knowing Renee's job situation. I mean, I can level up my composure and see if I can re-roll that. It was at 42% before, but can I try playing the game again?
The terrain here provides an interesting variety to a familiar game.
Is there an earthquake here?
No. It was left by heavy artillery fire.
Ah, yes.
By what?
Because
that's what happens when communards hijack your country, execute your supreme leadership, and turn your capital into a slaughterhouse. You use heavy...
We can do this history lesson later.
What do you want now, then?
Okay, thank you for your time. I don't think I'm going to get anything else out of him right now, unless I can re-roll that composure check. Okay. So I think I've I feel like I've re-rolled everything of significance except why is this one still white here? Conceptualization. Didn't I do that already? You can try talking to him again, I suppose.
Still here, stuck in this damn jam, my man. What's up?
Renee doesn't want to talk about it anymore? Please hit him with your best verse. Yes. That one's locked though. With the strike, I smokes on you. I mean, I could try coming back to this later, but eh. Okay. Kind of, I'm feeling like I'm getting low on options. One of my objectives, shoot, where is it? Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning. The only person that I've found that I can ask about that besides Joyce is this guy right here. You know, the dead guy's buddy, fellow merc. And Joyce said specifically, don't provoke him. Like, don't be showing him the picture. And it does seem like a bad idea, but again, I feel like I'm running out of leads, so... Did you notice what happened when you asked Renee about the picture? Starting to wonder if that skill check page is bugged. Maybe. I mean, there are two conceptualization, or maybe the other one is visual calculus. Starting to wonder if it's bugged. Yeah. I mean, there were two white check rules with Tommy There was one for looking in his eyes and see what you can see, and the other one was for uh, uh, um, just trying to show him my best verse, my best rhymes. Um, where I embarrassed myself in front of him in the last stream. Um, so I wonder if I already passed that check though. But I mean the look into eyes one. So I don't know why this would show white. Yeah, I mean it is feeling like a bug. I don't know. Yeah. But notice what happened when you asked Renee about the picture. Um, Aside from getting 10 experience points, it sounded like you said Renee doesn't want to talk about it anymore. Um, what did an option disappear from the dialogue list or something? I'm not sure what you mean by like what happened. What do you mean by that? I mean, if I say any more, I'll be going into hinting territory. Okay, fine. Yeah, maybe I'll review the recording later. Um, but yeah. Serious scam. I'm thinking of talking to this guy about the tattoos.
Right to work! Right to work!
He's
Shame on you!
sensible leader of the strike breakers, chants furiously. I can just directly. Are you a mercenary hired by Wild Pines? You can just call him right out. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Up to you. Yeah. No, it just seems like a bad idea. I'm just running out of options. So I'm thinking. I'm gonna tell you on this one way or the other. Oh yeah, absolutely. Um, I mean, the objective that's listed here is to ask someone about it. So I think I want to go this. I guess at this point the only question is, do I want to ask him about this first? At this point, I kind of just want to move things forward. I think. So, are you okay? Are you mercenary hype by weapons? Let's go for it.
Hell no. I'm just an honest scab. I won't have talk like that around here. You understand? His neck muscles tense up. The veins on his neck bulge.
Hey, the Half-Light, it didn't read all the whole line. Be careful, he's holding it deep in, but there are things in there you don't want to meet. Okay. Say very quietly, is there a tribunal being convened by any chance? Tribunal being convened. Is that referring to the other two mercenaries' desire to go kill the dock workers? Okay, I'm gonna say back off for
The
now.
man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right to work dance back on.
I think you may be able to help me decipher some tattoos to get the picture.
Don't think so.
He grunts, barely glancing at it.
Suddenly, this feels like a really, really bad idea.
Thanks, Inland Empire. I'm aware. They were on the body of the man who was hanged behind the cafeteria there. Give him the photo. It was on your colonel. Give him the photo. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos were on the victim's body. Give him the photo. Or, of course, yes, just get it. Let's just discuss something else. Let's cancel task. Uh, we're investigating. Let's go through. We're investigating a murder. These tattoos are on the victim's body.
Silence. He takes the photo. Grey eyes dart back and forth on the glossy surface. His face is unmoving. Hard as a stone, but beneath it.
Fucking loincloths. Really did him in.
Sure, he cranes his head to side and sighs. Loincloths, or can you tell me what the tattoo means?
What it means?
He points to one tiny star on the web of lines away from the man's heart, almost on his stomach.
I can tell you what this one means. Only one.
He squints at it. It's so small.
Want to hear what happened here?
What happened? What happened at that location? Okay. Let's go with yes.
Our colonel is deep in the bush here. Deep in the fucking bush. In Benito, 41. Monsoon season. He's on a reconnaissance mission.
So he's talking about a mission that he did 10 years ago. You refer to him as the Colonel, even though I was kind of wondering, should I refer to him as the Colonel just to let him know that, like, no, really, we know who he is. Oh, well, okay.
He spent a month behind enemy lines, scouting kept villages. Nothing but fucking bugs and snakes for fun. Men are getting restless. There's talk of switching employers.
He licks his lips as if drunk suddenly.
With some strange emotion. This is about to get really graphic. Last moment to back off.
Pain threshold. Last moment to back off. Don't interrupt him, hear it, or actually no, take the photo back, you knew him, right? Okay, so? What are you saying here? I don't want to interrupt him. If he's giving me information and content, then I want to hear it. You started to say okay, so I'm sort of presuming you're typing something there, Diablo. I'm just holding off and clicking and nope, forget it. Your call. Okay. I'm gonna go with don't interrupt him. Hear it.
Our boy. He's only a captain then, but he knows how these men think. If they don't see action soon.
His voice gets strangely quiet, a long, long way from right to work. His gaze pierces the paper.
At dawn, he comes upon two kids, breeding in the bushes by the river. Or maybe they weren't breeding. Maybe they were just making eyes at each other. I like to think they were breeding.
The fact that he keeps referring to them as... I know, like, Kits is one of those made-up races in this game. The fact that he's referring to them as breeding kind of suggests, like, I'm gonna say some cultural insensitivity on his part. Anyway, let's continue.
We shot the boy. He was useless, but the girl, she was nice. A little fat, you know, but not too old.
Okay. Okay, this isn't useful. Take the photo back. You knew him, right? Or say nothing. It sounds like he's about to confess to rape or something here. I mean, like a wartime rape kind of thing. And we already know that the colonel was accused of sexually assaulting someone that led to the murder in the first place. I'm gonna say nothing because you know, it's whatever he has to say. It's information, so I mean, it at least informs us about Colonel's activities and stuff. Okay, here we go.
She was quite the entertainment for the week she lasted. Expired in the hands of Sarge Mason. The kind of guy who'd make Chief there shit his pants and cry like a bitch.
He nods towards the man in the gates, referring to Measurehead, presumably.
God. Mason couldn't let go. Cut the tits off her cold body and fucking ate them. Said primitive spirits were watching over him now.
Okay, well, that's a little messed up. Okay. So, cannibalism now.
Drowned in a creek a week later. Spirits my ass.
Uh-huh.
Something stirs in your stomach.
No kidding.
There's a word on the tip of your tongue. Colorless. Odorless. It's...
Evil, you were there. You're not really a scab leader, are you? You can have that conclude, or can I have it back conclude? You were there?
No, I was somewhere else. That's just a guess as to what this one little star on his belly might be. I'm just a bouncer.
Great. So yeah, I don't know, may want to put content warnings in this section. Oh yeah. Oh, absolutely. Yeah. You're not really a scab leader, are you?
Fucking mask is getting sweaty. I want to take my mask off. But...
He shrugs. I'm presuming he's talking about a metaphorical mask here. Should I call him evil? Is this gonna provoke him?
You bet it was.
What is evil?
It's just nature. This guy used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place.
Used to say evil is when nature and spirit meet in the wrong place? So I can tell him he can keep the photo, or I can ask for it back. I mean, I think I need it back. I mean, it's evidence.
Go ahead.
All right now. Free commerce! Keep the goods flowing!
Well, we got experience for that.
On the photo in your hands, the dead man's skin is studded with stars. Tens, hundreds of them, littering his dead skin.
So I no longer have I no longer have the option to talk to him about the photo. I don't know if that information is useful. And you know, in the spirit of picking the joke options and stuff, well, maybe just go with what is a strike.
When a bunch of ungrateful, lazy cockroaches can't get their act together, decide to block honest work for other people.
He shifts uncomfortably in his workers' overalls. What do the strikers want?
Beats me. They mumble nonsense about boardrooms and workers' rights, while we
have the right to work!
There's something odd in the way he carries himself. His set of clothing looks vaguely mismatched. The different pieces of the attire seem ill-fitting.
Ill-fitting? What does that mean?
His shirt is far too small and an unpleasantly tight fit, while the overalls, held up by a belt, seem to fit a man with much more corpulence.
You're wearing new clothes? I mean, these options feel like they were meant to direct us to the fact that he was, or hint at the fact he was a mercenary before we already found that out. So I'm going to go with, you're wearing new clothes?
He ignores your question. choosing instead to turn to the emaciated workers, raising both fists in the air. The clothes are obviously not his. Silence is the answer. There's something off here, but he won't say what. You've been talking to him for quite a while now. Something is off with this guy. Ask him where he's from.
Who are all these strikebreakers? What's extra cool here? I mean, these are the same options that we've had before. Was there another sub option with the Wild Pines one?
Free flow of commerce!
Man yells and wipes his face. Sweat is dripping down his brow.
Don't talk to him any longer. Just leave, please.
Half-Light is advising me not to talk about it any longer. This still feels like a bad idea, but let's see if I can get more out of him. Is there a tribunal being convened by any chance?
Fucking wow.
He breathes out slowly, his giant chest deflating and his mouth slightly open.
How about you fuck off now, huh?
Okay, of course.
Lieutenant says, his voice a soothing calm. He looks at you.
There could be weapons aiming at us right now. Somewhere above, in the buildings. The other merc. Don't push this. He's thinking. This is not the time.
Okay, fine. I mean, yeah, we did hint that the other mercenary is probably in like a sniper position. So, okay, back off.
The man's breathing steadies, but his eyes are still narrow. Slowly, he's trying to get his right-to-work dance back on.
Okay, I'm just gonna leave now. Okay, so there's an autosave. Well then, this objective isn't checked off here. Ask another about the tattoo's possible meaning is still available as an option here. Well, who the heck else can I ask about it? Indeed. Like we asked Joyce, we asked that guy, even though it seemed like a bad idea to do so, and I only did it because it was on my objectives list. Like who else? Like who else is there? Like, is there anyone else that we haven't talked to? I mean, don't suppose you can ask Measurehead about it. I mean, Measurehead's got lots of tattoos. he's like not exactly someone that I particularly want to talk to, and I doubt that he'd have information about it. I don't know. I'm just gonna check to see if there's any obvious new options in the new.
Your race descent has temporarily halted, but you will fall again.
Isn't ever the Union boss Wade? Know anything about this mug? Show him the mug. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys? What are those tattoos you're supposed to mean? Or let's go over that funky race classification again. Why are you not with the Hardy Boys?
I am not the first line of defense. I am the last. In addition, these so-called Hardy Boys are an effeminate clique of bodybuilders. Their company is spiritually degrading.
But you're all part of the Union.
The Hardy manlets are on the pay of the company. I answer to the Union alone. And I do this out of race heroism. Finance is an alien concept to the Seminoles. Now leave me be.
I must luxuriate in the company of my woman.
Uh-huh. I've picked this up before. Okay, what are those tattoos you're supposed to mean?
Racists are generally not very good examples of their race.
You just escort the lorryman down the street.
Welcome to Revachol. You hear him yell at a redhead woman visiting a fritter nearby. You mustn't think redheads are immigrants.
I am not like them. I am craniometric perfection. I have taken the trouble to permanently draw a phrenologic grid on my skull and features. This should dispel any doubt.
You sure I'm not chronometrically superior to you? You're right, that's chronometric perfection. My race does not stand a chance or say nothing. Okay, this isn't the direction. I didn't really want to talk to this guy in the first place. I think the reason why Measurehead is not with the Hardy Boys is no one wants to hang out with him. I mean, yeah. He doesn't really fit their vibe. I don't know. I was just thinking in the direction of tattoos. Maybe he would have some information about the whatever. I'm just gonna pick this because I haven't picked this option before. You sure I'm not kinemetrically superior to you?
You exhibit forward projection of the jaw, indicative of schizophrenia and sexual inaccountability. From a purely aesthetic standpoint, the dimple in your jaw makes you look like a baby. This is not craniometry, just an observation.
Great. I mean, the fact that he's into phrenology is silly to begin with, but it's like, this reminds me of incel talk about, oh, a few millimeters of bone, etc., etc. What else?
It is impossible to see any more of your bone structure. It is covered in the ravages of Al-Ghul. From what remain of your features, I can see fleshy lips, baldness of the head, and long arms relative to lower limbs.
Okay.
This leads me to conclude you are not a police officer.
I got experience.
You are a common criminal, an offspring of murderers and sailors from Sur-la-Clé and Vesper, and possibly even the degenerate sheep herders of Ubi.
Therese, I don't want to talk to this guy. Also, Therese, tell me more about cardiometry. Kidding. It gave me experience, though. Like, I mean, I seem to have locked myself into a position where he's going to keep talking no matter what I say. So I'm just picking options that I haven't picked before.
Your racial heritage is uninteresting. It is the same as all Revacholians. Your parents and their parents made the decision to reproduce while under the influence of Al-Ghul. That is the only reason you are here.
Was that 5 XP really worth it? I mean...
He's right there. It's almost impossible to get it on unless you're both drunk. It's too scary when people are sober.
So I can ask him about the mug, but... You know, I'm just gonna go. I suppose Manana has anything new to say.
Hola, wandering man. How can I help you?
Do you know anything about the Hardy Boys?
Los Hardys? They're an independent militant group. A bit too high-strung, but it comes with the responsibility. They're sort of like you. Preserve the rule of law and all that. Except it's Everard's law. But really, they're just like you.
He takes a swig from his flask. Okay. Checking who do you think killed the hangman? Good talking to you, got around. Okay. So there was a bit of new dialogue, but it was nothing of particular interest. Okay. So yeah, there's still the smoking guy from the balcony to talk to. There was indication there might be stuff from about him. Um, so there's also the lady from that apartment up on the roof there. A little curious about that. Dev couldn't resist spoiling and told me that the way through up there is through the through that other apartment door. Um, so I don't know. It might be worth knocking on her door again, see if there's a way to get up there. While I'm here, I don't suppose there's anything new that Kudo has to say.
You missed a good show before. A kid came by and completely fucked the tree to pieces.
Yeah.
He fucked the tree up! Fucked it good! It was porno!
Stop using the K word, it belongs in the past? Yeah. I had a feeling that K word was intended as a slur. Don't retards use language that got... Oh, sorry. Speaking of slurs. Congratulations, Kudo, you just made it. Okay, anyway. Oh yeah, kid's non-approval, but don't you mean... Desert Kipped? Is this another, like, slur terminology? I don't know. I wish I could have been here to see it. Now I have some questions. Let's go stop using the K word, it belongs in the past.
Can't tell Kuno what words to use. Fucking kicked.
You can use the last syllable with a special kind of joy. I mean, that's what the reaction you'd expect from him at this point. Looks like it does have a place to feature after all. What is this, a word museum? You want to belong into a museum, Kudo, with the old people? Let's go with that.
Fuck you. Kuno says kipped if he wants to. Kuno's dad says kipped all the time. Kipped's a cool word.
Kipped, kippity, kipty, kipped. Kippity, kipped, kipped.
Great.
Kipped.
He comes to an abrupt...
Shut it down, see. The cunt has business to do.
Comes to an abrupt stop. He turns to you, victorious. Hey, it looks like there's an option here which wasn't here before, I guess. I have more questions about the crime scene.
Yeah? The kingdom of Kuno? The fuck do you want with it?
Letter over climate. So I already asked that. Might ask questions there for now. Let's talk about something. Okay, so I've already gone with these, but okay, let's click on it again anyway.
Look at that fucking shit! You're trying to get Kuno killed! Fuck does Kuno know?
Kuno knows the ladder is unclimbable.
I gained experience! I gained more experience for following that dialogue option, which it showed as already clicked before. This time I have higher savoir-faire skill though, because I think when I talked to him before, my savoir-faire skill was lower. I raised it a few points because I was trying to jump to the roof. So okay. Oh yeah, that was probably the difference. Yeah. Okay, coach physical instrument at 72%. It's almost there. Or it's getting there anyway.
The lieutenant takes a quick note in his notebook.
It's a trap, Kuno! Don't climb it, Kuno!
Okay, my questions later. For now, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, whatever. Kuno doesn't give a shit.
He spits over his shoulder and looks back up at you. Let's talk about your shack again.
The fuck do you want with it?
Found a plate covered with powder residue. Know anything about it?
That's where Kuno gets his daily hit of electric. Kuno Shazam. Kuno rides the fucking lightning in there, pig.
Great. So he's high on drugs as well as, yeah, anyway.
Bet you'd like to ride the lightning too, wouldn't you? You feel tired and old, but you could have that sparkle in your eyes.
Okay. So the others are just opposite
Good call,
Pigcore.
Pigmeister. Don't come and talk to Kuno about his kingdom.
Okay. We'll discuss the body with you again.
The fuck about it?
Isn't it like there's another option here? Like it's showing as not picked before. Have you seen anyone suspicious around?
Just a couple of pigs sniffing around in the dirt. That seems pretty fucking suspicious to Kuno.
Yeah, you tell the faggoty Kuno.
The what? Okay. You know who he was, you know how he got up there, I've seen him, you know, more than say, okay, that's...
You're testing Kuno.
Get lost.
Okay, I'm off.
Kuno doesn't fucking care.
Great. Well, hey, we got 5 extra experience points, so there's that. Still have 2 skill points to spend if, like, last I checked, it was up to 17% chance at the assert authority thing. Wonder if God has anything new to say.
Can I help you?
I'm going to sing karaoke here. Or, I need a drink, can you pour me one? About my bill for tonight. Well, I can pay the bill, at least.
Got the 20 real?
Yeah, 20 real for the night.
Good. You got the room for the night, but remember, you'll need another 20 real tomorrow.
Of course.
How could anyone forget, asshole?
10 XP for paying your bill, yeah. By the way, I'm going to sing karaoke here.
Absolutely out of the question.
No!
You wait and see, cafeteria manager. Absolutely in the question. First we find a sad banger. Then we sing this place to shit.
Okay. I saw another thing at the Whirling.
Another thing. Great. I love those.
So the phone line is dead.
Yes, and the phone company is taking its sweet time sending someone to fix it. Losers.
He shakes his head and has losers. Is it true there was foul play?
Who told you that?
Lena, I would never disclose my source. That would be dishonorable. It doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect. Who did tell us that? Lena? Who's Lena again? Lena? Oh wait, is that her? Right. Yeah, she did say that she wasn't able to make the call. Right, I remember. I'm just gonna go with it. Doesn't matter. I just want to know who you suspect.
Fine, yeah. It looked like someone had messed with the wiring. It was shortly after the hanging, but I don't know if it's at all related. Plenty of assholes around here who aren't murderers.
Yeah.
If you do find out who cut the line, though, let me know so I can forward them the repair bill.
Okay. Should I follow? This is one of those things. Like, should I follow the dialogue tree and pick the other options to see if there are other opportunities to get experience, or is that just a waste of everybody's time? This game kind of leads me to yeah, leads to cryptozoologist fighting. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I mean, the blue steel door.
Oh yes, that door. Sure. There's nothing mysterious about it. It's just a door.
Blue steel door. That's isn't blue steel like feels like a Zoolander reference? Anyway. Do you know what spine do you have?
No, I don't have a key. I don't know how to get there. And I don't care either. It's not like I've been wondering. Or some boring storage space with a button.
He's attempting to maintain an air of indifference. It's absolutely not convincing.
You'd like to know what's back there?
Fine, okay. A little. but my job doesn't leave me time for wondering about one locked door in one of the cafeterias I manage. So I haven't opened it. I have cleaned the whole place 100 times over, though, after the animals. And I haven't found a key, so good luck with that.
Something else I wanted to ask about.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. I don't have the option of asking about the dumpster. I I thought we wanted to know who else had access to it, who could have thrown out the dead guy's clothes. Yeah, okay. Anyway, I'm gonna say goodbye. I'm gonna head upstairs. Can I do anything with this door?
The door is closed.
It's not.
There is no answer. You hear the shower being turned on somewhere inside.
Okay. Isn't she on the roof, though?
A tremendous loneliness comes over you. Everybody in the world is doing something without you.
I'm so alone. Why are you doing this? Don't do this to me. Beauty, don't abandon me in all of this ugliness. Or swallow the emotion. Like, again, the lines that are in quotes are presumably I'm saying out loud. And Kim's gonna be like, what the F are you talking about? I'm gonna go with... I can go with swallow the emotion, or... Swallow the emotion.
The door is closed.
Knock again?
Still no answer.
Try the handle?
This door can only be opened with a key or from the inside.
Knock much harder.
Still nothing. The lieutenant gives you a quick glance. You should punch a fucking hole in it.
Effing whore, punch the door, suppress the urge. I'm just gonna suppress the urge.
The murmur in your ears recedes slowly. Your breathing normalizes. That's one lucky door.
Okay, well, so much for that. Maybe I'll try again another time. Okay, what's there left to do? Who's there left to talk to? How's this thing doing? 95% towards the coach physical instrument thing. Don't suppose Lena has anything new to say.
Oh, hello, dear. There you are again.
Your husband some kind of scientist?
Oh, yes. A zoologist. A cryptozoologist, to be more precise.
Well, it is cryptozoology.
It's a pseudoscience that attempts to legitimize research into mythological beasts and urban legends.
The lieutenant sounds unimpressed. There you go. I just wanted to pass that last little bit of time to get the coach physical instrument there. So what have we got here? Can I click on this thing? Or I need to... Oh, it says breakthrough imminent. Oh, okay. I guess I need to finish the conversation.
That's one opinion, yes. And people are entitled to their opinions.
She's used to playing off such insults casually, but they still affect her.
My apologies, ma'am. I did not mean to undermine your hobby.
It's not a hobby, dear. It's a subfield of zoology, one specializing in animal species that are so exceedingly rare that many assume them to be extinct or even fictitious. Searching for such species called cryptids is difficult and often thankless, and frankly, many scientists are too lazy to do it. Universities these days are rarely interested in supporting real research.
Suggestion medium. Maybe you could convince her to tell you about some cool cryptids? 58% chance of success. You don't know this about me, but actually I've lost my memory of the world. Myself, I have no idea what I'm doing. Tell me more about this rare insect your husband is looking for. Yeah.
Oh, sweetie, it's fascinating.
I shouldn't bore you with entomological minutiae.
The lieutenant gives you a sideways glance.
No, I want to hear about the insect. Or you're right, I don't have time for insect facts right now. Let's talk about something else. It was like, why? We're in a murder investigation. Why are you asking her about fictional insects? Okay, I want to hear about the insect.
Well, it's a phasmid, technically, but...
Ah yes, Phasmatodia, a diverse group of insects whose bodies resemble twigs, leaves, that sort of thing. Ghost insects, colloquially.
I would have said stick insects, but okay.
Oh yeah. Here comes the interesting.
Where other phasmids imitate sticks or leaves, this one's a living reed. It disguises itself among the reeds here on the Insulindian coast. Hence its name, the Insulindian phasmid. Perhaps you'll end up co-discovering the phasmid with us, officers.
She looks you in the eye and nods thoughtfully.
There's a touch of awe in the way she enunciated the creature's name.
I knew it. We're gonna be chasing made-up insects with cryptozoologists.
It's not made up, officer. I can assure you.
Kim, very much unimpressed.
It's simply elusive, so much so that most establishment zoologists doubt it exists at all.
What makes you think the phasmid is around here? Is it dangerous? Is it valuable? Does it have cool powers? What makes you think the phasmid is around here?
Well, some teenagers making out in the reeds saw one. They didn't know what it was, of course, but there was a brief article in a local newspaper about their encounter with a ghost insect that looks like the reeds. Gary sent us the clipping.
So a newspaper clipping is all the evidence you have.
Of course, most phasmid sightings turn out to be false alarms, but their description matched the Insulindian phasmid perfectly, and they didn't even know what they were looking at.
Yeah. I mean, winter when there's like snow on the ground seems like a bad time to look for insects, but what do I know?
Enthusiasm has wiped the worry from her face. Her eyes sparkle behind her glasses.
You seem really excited about this cryptid.
I suppose I have something of a personal connection to the Insulindian phasmid. All scientists have their little hobby horses.
Is it dangerous?
Not at all. Why else would it hide itself so carefully?
Is it valuable?
Oh, I doubt it. No one gets into cryptozoology for the money, sweetie.
Does it have cool powers? Does it have cool powers?
Yes.
Oh.
It can blend in almost perfectly among the reeds. It's how it stayed hidden all these years. Centuries, even.
Face lights up at the thought of it.
That's not special at all. Of course it blends in. Most insects do. You don't even have to be a stick insect for that.
Yeah. So what's so special about the stick bug then?
Oh dear. I'm afraid I'm not explaining this very well. It is very special.
The woman's face flushes with embarrassment.
Morel can explain it all much better. I wish you could hear him describe it. Then you'd understand, I'm sure.
Okay, well, let's give this suggestion a whirl. 58%, let's go. Tell her about the cool cryptids.
There's really no point in manipulating anyone. She'd be only too pleased to tell you about her work. Go on and ask.
Hey, Lena, I'd like to hear about some of the cryptids you cited. Could you just tell me about a couple of them?
Oh, I'd be delighted. Truth be told, I could really use the company too.
One cryptid, not a couple. One. This won't turn into some kind of cryptid extravaganza.
I think the lieutenant throws you one of his looks. It's like, stop wasting our time. Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid, or cryptid extravaganza? I like the sound of that. Okay. Okay, Kim, just one little cryptid promise.
He nods and assumes a waiting posture. Cryptids, cryptids. Let's hear about all the interesting cryptids. Ooh, tough choice there.
What's the biggest cryptid? What's the tiniest cryptid? What's the most dangerous cryptid? Are there any invisible cryptids? Or this has been indication, sadly, we need to discuss something else. I need to go use the washroom again. I'm just gonna go do that real quick. I'll be right back. And I'm back again. Okay, alright. Cryptids. Biggest cryptid, tiniest cryptid, dangerous cryptid, invisible cryptid. Let's go with what's the most dangerous cryptid.
The gnome of Jeroma.
She pauses for effect. Gnome of Jeroma? That sounds terrifying. Or the Gnome of Jeroma? That doesn't sound too bad. Let's go, that doesn't sound too bad.
Oh, it is. None of his victims survived. Grieving relatives never even found their bodies because the gnome's venom dissolved organic tissue.
What did this cryptid look like?
It was reportedly a small creature with webbed fingers and a protruding forehead and a gangly little thing. Quite scary to look at. A couple of campers found it when it was already dying. They heard an odd wailing in the woods and followed the sound. They were scared and wrapped it in tarpaulin to suffocate it.
Huh.
It still took the Gnome of Jeroma an entire day to die.
She looks at you, her voice grave suddenly.
If the body of the creature was found, why aren't there detailed illustrations of it in science textbooks, confirming the existence of this very little species?
Kim, ever the skeptic. It's a good question. The lieutenant can't help himself.
Alas, the first scientist who got his hands on the creature's corpse put it in a jar of formaldehyde, thinking that would detoxify the gnome's venom.
I mean, putting it in formaldehyde would be, like, standard, I would think, to preserve it.
Instead, all the venom leaked out of the creature's teeth and into the surrounding liquid, dissolving the creature itself. A poetic end, perhaps, but a real loss for science.
Its venom dissolved it? Okay.
Alas, always alas, and then it was gone. Isn't that overly convenient?
Isn't that overly convenient? Yeah, seems very convenient that it just disappeared, nothing like it was seen again, or... No, it was a perfectly good explanation. Stop being so skeptical. Uh, I don't know. I mean, this picking this option seems like it would maybe get back on Kim's good side, but it might offend Lena. Hmm. Yeah. Seems very. Let's go. Seems very convenient that it just disappeared. Nothing was left. Like it was seen again.
I understand your skepticism, but that's what happens with things that are rare and stand out. Their disappearance is most memorable, and they are least likely to be found again.
Okay. Well, I promised Kim that I would only ask about one of them, so I'm going to say this has been educational. Sadly, we need to discuss something else.
Of course, dear.
That's all for now, ma'am. Okay, so what's this new thought that I unlocked?
Coach physical instrument. Wait, how did you know all those hammer throw techniques? How do you know how to hold a discus? Or the world youth record in discus? Something doesn't add up here. This mushy thing between your ears didn't know the name of the city you're in, but it comes loaded with trivia about the correct chin position of a shot-put ball. Could it be that? Shut up, namby-pamby. This train of thought ends abruptly. It's leg day. Straighten your rhombus muscle. It's shirts versus skins. Take your shirt off, Namby. Your skins.
Okay. Bonuses, so +2 to physical instrument, but -1 for minus one encyclopedia. Facts are for binoculars. Ugh. Oh, it's +2 physical instrument if shirt slot is empty. Oh, okay. Huh, okay. So yeah, so I'm just curious about this. So physical instrument currently is 3, and if I take off the shirt, which is currently giving me +1 logic, now physical instrument is 5. Just take my shirt off in the middle of the cafeteria. Okay, let's put the logic shirt back on. Okay, well, I mean, nice to have that option, I guess. I'm not crazy about the -1 encyclopedia, but I don't know. I guess this is useful information for a future game. Maybe I'll know that if I want to keep my encyclopedia score up, that I don't take this one. Or for that matter, hey, maybe I can. I do have the option to forget it, which, yeah. You can see the little diamond blinking there. It uses up my skill point to forget it. Okay. It's getting to the point I should probably wrap up the stream, but I don't know. I want to feel like I've accomplished something. I don't know. I'm gonna try talking to Sylvie again.
Inside, you see a set of steering levers, a radio microphone.
This is Precinct 57. Just a second. Sylvie Malaika on the line for you, officer. Yes. Hello?
Hey, Sylvie, it's the police again.
Oh, great. What else do you need, detective?
I'm gonna pick these other options just to see if there's anything new. Maybe one of the this is why I said you should go with ones that are the kind of character you want to be. If you want to be a jock that doesn't like nerds, don't be surprised when your encyclopedia goes down. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. It's not so much that I quote unquote wanted to do it. It's more like I don't know what this does, and let's just try it to find out. But whatever. Anyway, yeah, like looking at the dialogue options, it's misleading. Like the brown ones the darker colored ones indicate that I've selected them before, but sometimes there are sub options within those options where it's like um, like if I pick it again, there's other stuff, and I've already shown that I can get extra experience that way, or other information. So it might be worth going through these again. But yeah, hey, that's valid. It's not like you have to be a geographer. You can try out the thoughts and drop them later. Yeah. Okay. Could you drop the whirling? Why?
You mean why did I leave the bar? Honestly, I'm not really comfortable discussing it with you, sir.
Why not?
Wait, why aren't you comfortable discussing with me? Alright, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work? Why aren't you comfortable discussing with me?
Let's just say I left because I needed to get away from someone.
Again, this sort of factors into my theory that it's possible that she was the one that was sexually assaulted by Colonel Dead Guy. Get away from whom?
You know whom.
Yeah.
You think you hear a sliver of accusation in her words. Don't be paranoid. She's obviously talking about someone else, not you.
Godly failure. You mean me? You need to get away from. I mean, I don't think she means me, but but I haven't chosen this option before, so I'm gonna pick it just to see if it gets me new information or something or experience. Who knows?
I really don't want to talk about this. Let's just forget about this, okay?
I got 5 experience points for it. All right, I won't push you on this. Are you ever coming back to work?
Maybe, I don't know. I just know I have to take some time off right now.
Okay. Was it you who called the police?
No, not me.
Do you know who made that call?
No, sorry. I don't. Not a lot of people have phones around here. Copper thieves take the wires. People don't have the money to have the cables put in again. They use the Union's phone, or the one on the coast.
So the Union has a phone, and there's one further down the coast.
It was someone else. We'll find them sooner or later, officer. It just might take a while.
Okay. But why didn't you call? Didn't a corpse find your workplace bother you?
What? Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union already knew about the corpse.
What does the Union have to do with this? I meant us. You should have called the police. Didn't choose this option before. I went with this one, so...
No one calls the police. The Union would get angry.
Uh-huh. What do you mean by that?
You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is like everyone here.
Yeah, see, maybe there's something else you can tell me about it. Tell me why exactly did you let a corpse hang in your own backyard for weeks instead of calling us push on? Well, for weeks, for days. Looks like there's a limit to my authority then, or I am the authority around here. I am the law. I don't particularly want to push her, but it's like I'm struggling for content here, so I'm gonna push on. Why did you let a corpse hang in the backyard?
I didn't want to get in trouble with the others.
Yeah.
Push her further. Show her the error of her ways.
Okay, let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin, or what others I see, don't worry about it, I understand, back off. Yeah, authority wants me to push it further. Let's go with what others. We kind of already know what others, I think, but...
The other people who live around here. Local people, I didn't want trouble.
What trouble?
You don't live here. You don't understand. Squealing is frowned upon here. Everything is dealt with, well, by the Union, internally. Please, I just didn't want any trouble.
Let me get this straight. You ignored the law to save your own skin. This is mean, but I'm gonna go for it.
I didn't know I had to report it. I thought someone would take him down eventually.
Her voice breaks.
The fucking nerves on her. trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god, an angry but just god.
Yell, I'm a god, you report to me, not to the Union, is it clear? Oh, yikes. It's a little late for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier, or it's okay, things happen, not really your fault. Like, like these are mean options. It just, I don't know. But on the other hand, maybe it's gonna push her to give us some information. Like what? It's like, I don't know. Part of my reason for calling her now is like I have the objective, like under the prove your authority to Titus Hardy, like look for a witness. Like she was there the night of the murder, right? So I mean, I didn't push her before when I called before because she was like, I don't want to talk to you, don't call me again. So I didn't push it, but I mean, I don't know. Like part of me is thinking like depending what direction the game goes in, like maybe she feels guilty about it, like enough guilt about it, she's going to like kill herself or something, and maybe I shouldn't push it, and maybe this is a mistake, and it's gonna change the direction the game goes in or something. I mean, really, I'm just calling her for information that might lead to maybe some edge in dealing with Titus and his boys. Bleed for tears, isn't it? Should have used them to summon the police earlier. Like, that's just so mean. Or I can just say it's okay. Things not really your fault. I mean, it doesn't. Okay, I'm gonna go with it's okay. These things happen. Not really your fault.
Yes, I know. It's just... Was there anything else?
Okay, next switch back or... Okay, so I mean that just went back here. If I pick this option again...
Of course it bothered me. But I thought the Union... No one calls the police. You know, what the Union says goes. People listen to them and they take care of their own, which is...
So it's the same. It's the exact same dialogue.
Further, show her the error of her ways.
The
fucking nerves on her.
Okay.
Trying to hide behind weakness. You're a god, an angry but just god.
I'm gonna go with it's a little late for tears. That should have used some of the police earlier.
You can almost hear the girl getting smaller on the other end of the line until she almost drowns in static.
Okay, so it didn't get me anything else. Okay, next question.
Okay.
Have you seen my badge?
Yes, I know who you are. You're a police officer. The law.
How'd you first learn I'm a police officer?
You told me back in the whirling. You told everybody, and so does your badge. I don't need to hear about it anymore.
Badge doesn't have you seen anywhere.
Oh, no, I haven't, sorry.
Real police would have uniforms too, by the way. Where's yours?
Not my uniform too. God, I should really look into that. Kim doesn't have a uniform, and he seems real to me. I'm gonna let it slide. I don't need answers for every little thing. No, my uniform too. God, I should really look into that.
Yes, you absolutely should. It's awful that you lost it.
Ah, darn it. That hit my morale.
It feels like you haven't worn yours in a long, long time.
Yeah, I found my patrol cloak earlier, but have you seen my policeman uniform?
I never saw you in any uniform. You had your things on. The disco things.
Okay. Have you seen my gun?
Please, no. Not this again. Everyone saw your cool gun, detective.
She sounds beyond exacerbated. I showed you my gun? When did it happen?
You were trying to impress some people with it. Everyone was eating and...
Oh, jeez. What did he do? She stops hesitantly, not sure if she should continue.
Sounds like it's going to be bad. Do you really want to know?
And what did I do? Or actually, I don't want to know. I don't want to know what happened. I'm going to go with what did I do?
You were waving it around in everyone's face, begging them to describe it. You said it calms you, and then you started making suicide jokes. It got pretty graphic.
Well, yikes. I mean, I got experience for that, but yikes.
People tried to back away from you, or even slip out of the door. But you screamed, "I am the goddamned law, and you have to listen to me. You are all suspects in a murder investigation."
Is this a memory coming back? I should have killed myself? Why would I threaten to kill myself? I mean, look at this world, I would love to stay, or okay, I don't know what to say, or yes, but what happened to my gun? I mean, we've kind of established that Harry Dubois was in a rough emotional state. I mean, he kind of drank himself into forgetfulness before the game started. And maybe it ties into the whole, fiance or whomever leaving him, or girlfriend or wife or whoever. So yeah, he may have been suicidal. Because I mean, look at this world, I would love to stay. Okay, I don't know what to say. Yes, but what happened to my gun? Okay, I don't know what to say.
Me neither.
Yes, but what happened to my gun?
No idea. All I know is next you were waving around money instead, saying things like big bucks cannot lie and guns can't buy money, but money can always buy guns. It almost looked like you pawned it, but believe me, I did not ask.
Yeah, okay. Well, I got more experience. I've got more information about the goings-on in those missing 3 days. All right. And there's, hey, do you want to grab a cup of coffee with me sometime? Like, trying to turn this into asking her out just that feels so icky. Even with the adventure game logic of, oh, we should try everything, I think I'm going to pass on that one. You got everything I need, thanks.
You hear the call breaking up on the other end of the radio, and then the already familiar voice.
Anything else I can help you with, officer?
Done with the radio for now.
57's over and out.
Your voice disappears into the void.
You see a set of steering levers, a radio on a hook, a pull-out toolbox, and...
Okay. Alright, well, I was hoping maybe I could get some more data about what happened that night. Maybe something we could use against the Hardy Boys or whatever. I'm gonna heal that morale there. It's my last magnesium. Did we get anything that would help us in this conversation here? Can I see out the window any better?
Behind the dockworkers, a ceiling-height window. The hawthorn branches scrape the glass like bony fingers.
It says it's not. It still says it's not time yet. Anyway, I'm just gonna try.
It's you again. What is it?
Don't suppose there are any. Yeah. Okay. It's still locked. It's an authority check. Talk to Joyce. The merc you hanged his friends are coming for you. Like, again, this seems like a bad thing to say, but I'll see if it moves things forward.
Yeah. By friends, you mean his squad mates from Crenell.
So he knows about Crenell. How about that? Did they get that information from him like before he died, or maybe after he died? Maybe he had some identification with them.
Wouldn't want to beat up his grandma.
There's snickering in the room. Some of the men put their beers down.
Nervous snickering. There's a rush of adrenaline present.
I guess they're forming some kind of tribunal and they're coming for you, or if I mentioned this, probably not. They're forming some kind of tribunal. They're coming for you.
This is what happens if you take the law into your own hands. Other people start doing it too.
Let them come. The Hardy Boys are right fucking here.
Blondie yells across the cafeteria.
You heard the man. Right here. We're armed. We got the whole district behind us. And Glenn. Glenn is fucking crazy.
Yeah. A well-oiled murder machine.
He punches Blondie in the shoulder. Do you know that a single series giant hornet can kill 40 bees a minute? There's an encyclopedia thing again. It's Crenell's bad news, you know that, right? The mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons. Joyce said they've gone rogue, nobody's controlling them. He's probably not going to be impressed by the encyclopedia thing. Mercenaries are armed with automatic weapons.
We got weapons of our own. We got Ister 50s, Zeelagers. Glenn's got a knock cannon at home.
He cracks open his vest to give you a glimpse of his holster. Will they pierce ceramic armor? Well, if Glenn has a knock cannon at home, I guess you'll be alright. Will they pierce ceramic armor?
I guess we're gonna see, aren't we?
See what? That they don't?
Yeah, like you've been up against ceramic armor.
He takes a sip of a beer to bide his time, then tries to get the last word in.
You haven't even seen the whole suit, right? I've seen the whole fucking thing, and it didn't make him immortal.
Do you know that a single series giant hornet can kill 40 bees a minute?
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
You're the bees, they're the hornet.
We're not bees. We're men. We're socialists.
Easy. He's trying to phase you. What are you trying to do? Scare my men?
I mean, pretty much, yeah. It's Crenell's bad news, you know that, right?
So are the local gangs. The fucking Barmy Army. And the Madre scum. You've been out there. Seen any around?
Yeah. Where are they now, huh? Sent back to Madre in an airtight cargo crate.
He points south.
These people are trained military professionals with decades of combat experience. They are not a gang or a Barmy army.
No, they're not. They're uncoordinated and drunk. We know more about them than you think.
I mean, something happened that took out the take out the colonel. Um, Like, I mean, like, I almost wonder if I almost wonder if the ceramic armor was put on him after the fact. You know, like maybe he wasn't wearing the armor when he was killed. I mean, he was supposedly he was trying to sexually assault a girl, so I'm presuming he wouldn't have worn the armor for that. Um, like maybe they put the boots on him afterward. Like that was something that I wondered before. Like I didn't mention it, but they did remove the colonel's clothing, right? Like he was in his underwear up when he was hanging, but he had boots on, and it's like how did they get his pants off over the boots? Like I like initially you're sort of assuming, okay, well maybe they couldn't get the boots off, but yeah, I'm kind of suspicious that maybe they put the boots on him after he was dead. Um, I mean, there's definitely some deception going on. Like they're taking the heat for the murder because they're trying to protect someone. Who they're protecting is uncertain. Um, okay. Joe said they've gone rogue. Nobody's controlling them.
Big fucking surprise. They hire psycho scum, arm them to the teeth, and let them loose in the city. What do you think is gonna happen?
He's really prepped himself up for this. He has to keep the fear in check.
Mm-hmm. Okay, clue to the shrug.
What do you mean, okay?
He jerks forward a bit. I mean, okay, they're going to wipe you the F out, Titus. Or, I mean, okay, you got this, you got the numbers. Or, I mean, okay, I'll be on your side when they come. I mean, okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find, once I find mine, I lost it. Or, I mean, okay, I guess I'll be gunning you down right alongside them. Oof. Wow, okay, lots of options here. I can just go back to the intimidation stuff. They're gonna wipe you out, right? Or okay, you got this. Try to bolster his confidence. We're trying to assert authority here, so bolstering his confidence doesn't seem like the right move towards that. I'll be on your side when they come. Like that's an interesting tactic there. Like, are we really gonna claim that we're on Titus's side after all this? Okay, you got one more gun on your side. Once I find mine, I lost it. Yeah, you just that casual admission that don't have the gun. I mean, I don't think that's going to encourage them to give the gun back if they even have it. I mean, well, it's sort of hinted that the lady driver is the one who bought it from the pawn shop. Gunning you down right alongside them. I don't know if we want to be threatening the gun-toting men when we don't have a gun. All things considered, I'm leaning towards the first option. I'm going to wipe you the F out, Titus.
No, they won't. Get out of here with your negative energy.
He shakes his beer at you.
All he means is that the situation is serious.
No wonder you cops get shot to shit every day. Can't go to war with an attitude like that.
Okay, so I got +2 to the authority roll from warning them about the tribunal. So, like I said before, I mean, it seemed like a bad idea to bring it up, but it's got them rattled at. I got another shot at this roll here. So let's roll it up. 42% chance. It's not terrible. Did I have something that was hurting my authority? It was encyclopedia and logic that I took hits to. Okay. And I think. Okay, let's give it a shot. 42%. Go.
As you look around
Really?
this room full of sweaty men, swearing, drinking, spitting out tobacco, does this look familiar?
Where have I seen this before? Okay. Where have I seen this before?
You believe the place was called Precinct 41. It was also filled with, almost exclusively, men, sitting on desks, talking shit and wasting time.
He's having memories of this precinct that he worked in. Guess it seems scary, but at the same time, being real with them about the situation is an important part of establishing authority as a controlling force. Yeah, fair. I get it, Titus. You guys really are the authority around here.
Oh.
You must be. You're just like real cops drinking beer and sitting around with your dicks in your hand. Ooh.
You got a problem with beer now.
He leans in.
Not quite there yet. Push on.
No. I like to get drunk and then do racial profiling. I don't get shit either. Just like you guys. Or, no, I'm also a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. Oof. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer. I also have no idea how to do my job. Like you. Yeesh. Well, geez. Which... which of these is the best option? I like to get drunk and then do racial profiling. I don't give a shit either, just like you guys. Or a big fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people. I have a beer problem, but not a problem with beer, so I have no idea how to do my job like you. It sort of feels like all of these options are pointing in the same direction. Racial profiling. Just go with fan of beer and jerking off instead of helping people.
You saying we don't help people? I've been doing this job for 10 years. Martinez was a dump before we put this outfit together.
He puts his beer down.
They don't know, man. They weren't here. We had 3 shootings a week, kids dead, fucking graffito everywhere. You cops haven't shown up since the 30s.
Congratulations on the graffito removal. All I see is you sitting around talking about Monica's titties while there's a rape victim.
So what? What do you want from me? We took care of that fuck.
He picks the beer back up.
Don't let him drink that. One more push. Quick.
It's not about who did it, it's about the victim. She needs help. Maybe she needs counseling. We need to talk to her. Someone's been raped. She needs counseling. We need to talk to her.
Titus?
He looks at her. Elizabeth's jumping in here.
She stops mid-sentence. That's it. You got him. He's going to give it up, but on his terms.
Yeah, Liz jumping in there, kind of. I get the feeling she's kind of like, Titus, don't tell him. We agreed you're not going to tell him. kind of thing.
You want to talk to her, cop? Fine. I'm gonna let you talk to her, but you treat her with respect. If you don't, if you question her, harass her,
Titus,
freight train of pain, buddy.
Titus taps his chin with his fist.
What is her name?
Lieutenant takes out his notes.
Claudia, I'm on due. She's staying here in the worrying rags, a real pretty one. Silvery jumpsuit, blonde. That's I'm on due with an O-U.
Okay. Blonde, silver jumpsuit. So is it that woman that we talked to at the very beginning of the game, who's living in that room 2 doors down? The one whose door I banged on repeatedly earlier, and who I believe may have seen standing on the roof.
Shit. The girl upstairs? That can't be her. She knows you drank so hard you forgot you were a cop.
Oof. Cassia, Miss or disco dancer, or yeah, composure. Yeah. -1 said you don't remember being a cop. -1 said you don't remember reality. -1 talked about your room and crying. So these are like, yeah, again, that was the first conversation I had right at the beginning of the game, and it was like, I remember at the time that I was having that conversation with her, I was thinking probably shouldn't launch right into saying that I don't remember anything or whatever. So this is the game's way of making my actions right at the beginning of the game come back to haunt me, basically. Did I really say all those things? I feel like I want to review my the part 1 of this series again. Some of these conversations come back to you in unexpected ways. Yeah, so it seems. Class, yeah?
Yeah. Blonde. Tall. 2 rooms over from yours.
You know it's upstairs. Oh great. The took a morale hit, and now my it's even lower. Is Orange Disco Dancer?
Sure. Why not? You've probably seen her around.
You know it's upstairs. Well, maybe I can level up my composure just to. This is a red check and can't be re-rolled. I was considering re-rolling or increasing composure anyway, because hey, look at this. It's got 7 diamonds here. Because composure gives me another shot at the Rene conversation out there. So let's level this up. I mean, 28% still isn't good, but yeah, let's give it a shot.
You inexplicably add cool after the victim's name, with your eyes bulging like some wild beast. Your fingers are fidgeting and sweat starts forming on your brow as Titus looks at you oddly.
Yeah, I mean, I rolled a 4. Like, even if I didn't have all those penalties, I was still going to lose that. Oh well. Cool after the victim's name. Whoops. I mean, yeah.
I don't understand what's so cool here.
Nothing. We just have a few more questions. Then we'll be on our way.
So what was her relationship with the mercenary? So the rape one was that. So scratch your head. What is your relationship with her? I think I laughed nervously. I think I know her. Okay. I mean, At least I didn't like hit on her when I get the game gave me the opportunity. um, yeah, the rape one was that.
You did it before we killed him. He's not gonna do it again. So what does it matter?
He crushes his half-empty beer can.
It would help if we establish a timeline.
Mm-hmm.
All right. 2 weeks, maybe? I don't know. I need another beer.
He turns to Glenn.
Here you go, boss.
And so Blonde throws him a can. Titus cracks it open. Yeah. Which reminds me, by the way, I was it did occur to me, like regarding the borscht, maybe I was actually supposed to tell the cook to increase the alcohol in the borscht, just to to get the guys drunker, so that they'd be more. That could have been an option to help the authority roll. Oh well. Anyway, where'd all my morale charges go? Like I had so many before. Like I had 6 of those morale healing items. I've been taking lots of morale hits lately, I guess. Anyway, so what's your relationship with her?
I know her.
He looks around and an uncommon silence fills the room.
How well do you know her?
A small twitch in the corner of Kim's mouth. He has a hunch about what knowing means.
Well enough, Copper. We party. She's been here for a few months.
He crosses his arms.
He tries to make it sound real casual, but the muscles on his neck tighten.
So she's not from around here.
You mean Revachol? Nah. Our Miss Aranye disco dancer is an immigrant or a drifter of some sort. Been staying over here over the winter.
Don't you give her any more trouble. She's just had some bad luck, that's all.
The fat guy blurts out.
Shut up, Angie. She doesn't need your help.
He slaps his forehead.
Titus gives them both a look. They fall silent. What's with all the silences? It's like these guys don't know how to feel about this. You should keep picking at it. And what was up with the party she and Titus did? It sounded fun.
Thanks, electrochemistry. You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what did you mean? Or, so what was your relationship with the mercenary? That's... Seems like an unfortunate phrasing of that, but okay.
Relationship? There was no fucking relationship. He raped her. That's their relationship.
I mean, yeah, exactly.
It was like that karaoke incident all over again. Or like some of the other girls he was harassing.
Okay, enough. All of this is irrelevant to your stated investigation.
Yeah. You said you partied. Cool, that's cool. But what did you mean? I mean, suggestion is telling me I should keep picking at this. I'm going for it. So you partied. What did that mean? What do you mean?
What do you think I meant?
Was it sex, drugs? Avoid is his case? I guess that's a typo. Did you do karaoke? Laugh nervously, sex, drugs, and karaoke, right? I don't know. I'm leaning towards the sex, drugs, and karaoke, right? Let's go with all of the above.
Yes, yes, and no. Got something to say about it?
So you're saying the two of you were close?
No, we just fucked. That's all. I'm not gonna give you any details if that's what you're after. So put your dick away.
He states matter-of-factly.
He really went out of his way to seem comfortable with this topic. That's all you're gonna get from him.
Okay. Thank you. We'll talk to her.
Remember what I said. Freight train of pain.
He points his beer can at you. Okay. Okay. Want to go to the hang-in? Want to go to the ripping? Okay. I'm gonna take off now. All right. Okay. So, we got the yeah, we got them to respect our authority and stuff. I noticed that Kim has a little dialogue thing flashing there, and probably going to want to talk to him about that, but that can wait for another day. This stream has gone on plenty long enough, I think. Progress, yeah. I mean, this stream did feel like there was a whole lot of faffing about. I was just trying to pick at whatever leads I could, you know, the Rene Anna thing, and the, I don't know, basically, I was picking a lot of options that I previously looked at and went, I don't think I want to pick that, just because I was trying to figure out what would advance the plot, you know? And like, I mean, okay, again, the blonde lady, the first person that we saw right at the beginning of the game, that's this is the game showing you that, haha, seemingly innocuous actions you take early on have potentially big consequences later on. Cool. Okay, so that's you know, extra reason to be careful about what I choose. But the game also rewards me for just choosing everything. It's like by randomly giving me bits of experience everywhere. And sometimes weird, innocuous options unlock big reveals and stuff. Like the clipboard thing that Dev just could not resist pushing me to click on. You know, the whole shaking the clipboard to find out about the card in it and unlock that whole subplot thing. It's yeah, I don't know. It's just and it's like, you know, showing the picture of the tattoos to the, you know, the quote unquote scab leader, the you know, the merc friend there, that may very well come back to haunt me later, you know. But again, I was just kind of grasping at straws to figure out what would push things forward, because I was like, I'm not sure which options are going to give me a better, like, you know, authority score rolled against trying to talk to Titus, you know? I didn't want to hint you. Oh yeah, no. I appreciate that, Diablo, thank you. I honestly appreciate your restraint. More restraint than Dev. Yeah. It's like, I don't know. We're gonna see how it all plays out. It's but yeah, it seems like a good point to leave off. You know, we've got some clear objectives to follow next. You know, we're gonna talk to Kim, see what he has to say about it, and then try to talk to Klassia, the orange jumpsuit lady. I guess. Hmm. Yeah, well, we're gonna see how that goes, I guess. But yeah, beyond that, probably not gonna rate anyone. I'm gonna take a peek at who's on anyway. Just call it curiosity. Okay. Yeah. Okay. And hey, yeah, you're getting there. Just gotta keep at it. Yeah. 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 I mean, hey, so, like some of the ways that I made progress were to pick options that I really didn't want to pick because they seemed like bad ideas, and I was just like, I don't know, let's see what moves the plot forward, you know. It's, oh well. Um, we'll see where it leads. But that's all for today. Until next time.